I'm gonna try to I'm gonna try to cool out on the Goofy tonight. I know you. If you don't know who the Goofy character is from Walt Disney, you probably Ronbo, man, you Goofy every night. Fam, 49ers 8-16 practice. We're going to get right into this tonight because we have to move quickly tonight because I got to get out of here a little earlier. But we'll get through this because we got to talk. It's Monday Night Raw. We don't miss Monday Night Raw. Today's practice. Clinton Dix makes debut. Trent Williams limps off the field. Are you serious? By the way, I couldn't stand it any longer. I said to myself, there's no way anybody would name their child Ha Ha. You're setting him up to be a joke. And anybody that's been through elementary school knows that you made your kid meat. That's as bad as naming a kid named Sue. You know, he's going to be fighting every day, right? So his real name is Hashan Trayshawn Clinton Dix. I had to laugh. Because I bet you Ha Ha didn't come on until when? Probably by the time you're in high school, the people just nickname you. But you ain't nobody gonna walk around talking about, yeah, my mama named me Ha Ha. Say what? Say what? Your name is what? You know, so no. Anyway, fam, the Niners resume work today to polish up issues most likely viewed on the Monday morning tape. If you didn't know, if you're a ball player, you already know that after games, boy, coaches be kidding. All right, guys, sit down, have a seat. Let's take a look at some of you ladies did wrong this past week, you know, and then you go into the tape and find out what people did so everybody can point and laugh. Usually there's not a lot of laughing because you don't know if your turn's going to come up, though, until the last couple of segments, right? And Ronbo, while you're laughing, man, I don't know what that is, but that's not a coverage I taught anybody in this particular club. So, you know, you could just shut up. You don't want that. So you got to be cool. But Ha Clinton Dix had an impressive first day of practice. The frightening news is that Trent Williams may have sustained a leg injury. So you know what we're going to do? I think we're going to go to the phone tonight, go over some of the things that happened during practice today, and get your feelings on what's up. By the way, the 49ers made several roster moves to get within one transaction of the mandated 85 player limit by 1 p.m. PT coming up Tuesday. The 49ers announced the signing of linebacker Michael Kendricks, and the club waived linebackers James Burgess Jr. and Donald Payne and defensive end Eddie Vanderoos. The Niners also released cornerback Ken Webster. And that was already predicted I bet you Ken probably saw the writing too. That was predicted like a couple of days in advance. That according to league sources who told NBC Sports Bay Area. And Shanahan said the club would place rookie receiver Austin Watkins on injured reserve due to that broken foot he sustained. The bad news. The Niners expect second-year defensive tackle Javon Kinlaw to be sidelined for at least another preseason game with a shoulder injury. He sustained that last week. A little concerned about Javon. You know, usually these injuries they start to come quicker and quicker. I'm starting to know what Javon, man. Man, we need you out there, big fella. Coach Shanahan said today, described Kinlaw's status as week to week. The Niners practiced Tuesday and then traveled to Southern California, where they will have practices Thursday and Friday against the L.A. Chargers. Well, that's hard to say, isn't it? It's so easy to say San Diego Chargers. L.A. Chargers makes no sense. It'll be another generation before everybody can start saying L.A. Chargers, and then they'll look back and say, you know, once upon a time, they were the San Diego Chargers. Yeah. But the Niners will face the Chargers on Sunday in an exhibition game of the summer in Inglewood. Kinlaw did not suit up for the 49ers preseason opener this weekend, as you know, against the Chiefs. It was not revealed until today that Kinlaw sustained an undisclosed shoulder injury last week during practice. And how do you go a whole week and not know he's injured? Okay. Coach said it was a new injury for Kinlaw, which makes no sense. Anyway, you know what? Here we go. Ha Clinton Dix made his successful debut on the Niners practice field. Dix signed with the Niners last week, but did not practice on Thursday, nor did he play in the team's first preseason game this past weekend, of course, against the Chiefs at Levi's. He saw his first practice time today with the second team defense alongside rookie sensation. I mean, you got to be careful not to overhype Talaloga, but the boy played, man. I'm so delighted with him because he looks so comfortable out there in his first real pro contest. And it's funny because in his presser today, people ask him, "So, blah 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 blah. Are you looking to do or play or take any place out there that It was alluding toward. Are you looking to start? See, so so Talanoa says, no, not the plan right now is just to make the team, guys. Hey, Talanoa, man, you gonna be all right. After nearly intercepting and deflected a pass from Trey Lance early in the practice, Ha stepped in front of tight end Ross Dwelling to pick off a Lance a few minutes later. Clinton Dix, first-round draft pick of the Green Bay Packers in 2014, did not play in a regular season game last season after the Cowboys released him before his start of training camp. In 6 NFL seasons, Dix has 60 INTs. He had a career-high 5 INTs in 2016, which wasn't that long ago, right? When he made his only Pro Bowl with the Packers, he played the final half of 2018 season with almost called him that, with the WFT, okay, after a midseason trade. And he started all 16 games with the Bears in 2019. So, I don't know. We got in Clinton Dix, but at least, because the cupboard was bare, we didn't have nobody. But JG, it's like you just pray on every snap. Oh, JG, man, please. I mean, JG. Jimmy Ward. Jimmy, dub. Be careful. You can't play careful football. There's no such thing. So that means we were sitting there on a hope and a prayer that nothing happens. 49 says, get on in here, man. Ain't nothing funny, man. You go sign, and we going to put you in there as much as we can, and you go back. If anything goes wrong, you go be done that. So Fred Warner continues his ownership of Jimmy G early in practice. Fred, INT, Jimmy. Also, D Ford got good pressure on that play. G bounced back, though, with a strong finish to practice. The play of the day came when JG lofted a pass down the left sideline for tight end George Kittle, who went up to make an over-the-shoulder grab against tight coverage from Jason Verrett and J-Dub for a 24-yard gain. Okay. JG capped practice with an 18-yard touchdown pass to Mohamed Sanu. Also, offensive lineman Jalen Moore took over at left tackle after Trent Williams hobbled off the practice field when he was clipped. How we gonna clip our own people, man? Who did that? Oh, no. So Trent hobbled off the practice field when he was clipped at his knee and hip. Coach Kyle Shanahan, according to Coach, the 49ers are not overly concerned. This is a quote with Williams' condition. So hopefully, Trent went through this last year. He got kind of hurt and came back the next game, and nobody thought that was going to happen. So maybe whoever clipped Trent, give him a whooping, please. We don't clip Trent Williams. Hell, we don't clip anybody on this team. But put an exclamation point on it if it involves Trent Williams. What the hell's wrong with you? Pull up. So backup offensive tackle Sean Coleman did not practice. He is listed as day-to-day with an unspecified knee condition. They go on. Lance took 2 snaps to the first-team offensive line. Both plays were read options on which he handed off to running backs Trey Sermon and Haim. Richie James. The James child had a Garoppolo pass in his hands on a crossing route, but Ward jarred the ball loose for an incompletion. As expected on Monday following a weekend of football, the questions have already started about Trey. And you kind of knew they were coming, because what we saw to open the game said, doesn't matter what else he does today. This dude is going to be magnificent, and he is. But the media, boy, we got to have something to talk about. The media's always got to say, blah, 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 but, blah, 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 blah. The question came in, did the rookie have a setback against the Chiefs? Lynch also pointed out, I think the thing that has impressed us with Trey is poise, his presence. He's a very poised athlete. Obviously, you don't pick a guy that high if he doesn't have the goods. There's Trey's name, the goods. That'll work for him because he's got all the goods. He's a natural passer. He moves very well. He does a lot of things well, but you want to see, okay, when the lights come on, how's he going to respond? And I think it was a mixed bag. Kyle chimed in, quote, he obviously made some plays. He showed his arm talent. He did all those things well. I think I think Kyle. I mentioned it, and you can see it on the tape. And Kyle and I watch a lot of things together. And this is Lynch, and we did watch Trey. A lot of the strides he's made in terms of some of the fundamental things that we've asked him to work on, he reverted a little. There's no reason to sound the alarms, though. Keep in mind, Lance is 21 years old and just played in his first NFL game. It was also his first real action since October 3rd of 2020. His only game in the last 19 months. And Lynch went on to say, and quote, and that's not a reason for panic. It's a natural thing. It happens to a lot of players. To be able to recognize that, coach it and say the end result was pretty good, but look how much better it can be. Now he has tangible things to work on, and I think those things are invaluable, and that goes for any player, not just Trey Lance, unquote. Lynch's comments did show the potential of 49ers see in Trey. He's going to be all right. Come on. He had to go out there and do some things. You know, there's nobody's going to be, I mean, even Justin Fields was running around beating his chest. He had a few moments. They just let him play all game long. However, they also acknowledge, though, that Lance still has a lot of work to do. So that's fine. He's got time. Let him, you know. There's no. What I don't want him to do, and Jimmy's probably going to tell him, hey, look, you know what? If you're on social media, just shut it down for until the season's over, because if any of that stuff gets into your head, it's going to ruin your forward motion. Seriously, because we all got egos, we all got feelings. People are saying tough stuff on social media, but don't know what the hell they're talking about anyway. So just play your game, and you'll be fine. You know, because otherwise, it becomes he's 21, and so that means he could be gullible to the BS. So he'll be fine. Hey, but Wade Roberts, the whole O-line needs to stay healthy when the season starts. So true. Renee Cruz, a diehard faithful fan, San Francisco 49ers Empire. Matty, you know where Matty S is, right? Together now, from beautiful Bend, Oregon. Corey McGlinty, aloha from Carson, Cali. Ronbo, what do you think about our new signings? I like Kendrick is bad, dude. I like Ha. Those are good signings, actually. These are some of the better signings. Everything is falling into place. The stars are aligned. The 49ers have done everything you could do right. I just do. Momo Morton says, hey, Niner fam, what's good? Rev in the building. Momo Morton, what's up, Rev? Lee Cook against the phone, as I say. Guys, when I say we're done, okay? So it just means we got to move quickly tonight, okay? Fam, you know I love you, man. I want to hear everything you got to say, but we might have to cut it short. Eric, get in here, man.
Yo, what's up, Ronbo?
Oh, Eric, man, I'm looking at the mixed bag of things. You know, PFF even said it's hard to actually rate Lance. I says, here we go, man. Guys, Lance, don't take in the media, please, man. Give me some on that. What do you think about Javon Kinlaw? Are you concerned with him? Ha Clinton Dix. Are you feel better about that we got him? Well, give me some, Eric.
Well, with Javon Kinlaw, I mean, it's one of those things where I hope he starts. Honestly, I can care less if he plays preseason. It's just get to the regular season. That's all I care about. As long as you're in there, and even if you're just depth, just as long as you're on the field and you can play. Yeah. I don't really care if you play in the preseason. As far as for Trey Lance, what did they say about him?
Well, Lance, after the play, they started looking at some other things. The nitpicking has gotten underway. He did some things good. He did some things not so good. Kyle said he's happy to see about the things that weren't done right. These are the things that they can adjust right now, and that's the way the thing's going to go. Because, you know, the media's going to jump to real quick conclusions, really. We got 49er fans like, boss, I don't start with that word. You know, so, you know, this is the things we're talking about. Where are you at on this?
Yeah, no, Kyle's playing it right. I mean, you don't want him to go out there and play like Justin Fields and you have nothing to work with. Kyle wants Trey Lance to be a pocket quarterback. He doesn't want him to be what Justin Fields is. Mm-hmm. It's better that he essentially holds him back from running and keeps him being the pocket passer that he wants him to be, you know? Mm-hmm. It's one of those type of things. But I want to talk about the good news. Nick Bosa's back.
Ah,
He fully came back now. He's at practice full time now. And
yes, he.
Jeff Wilson Jr. He started running today for the first time
Mm,
since his injury.
mhm.
So that's a little bit of good news.
Didn't hear anything about Lance. I mean, not Lance, but our other wide receiver, Jalen. I was hoping to be. I looked down to the entire report looking for his name. Okay, no Jalen today. Okay, Richie James was
So
out there dropping
was he even
passes
out
too.
there?
I don't even know. They didn't say anything. Richie James was out there. Richie's still out there dropping the ball. All right. Richie's ranked
Really?
fourth on the depth chart right now, as far as Lombardi goes. I don't know if that's a real depth chart, but Richie, it's like I thought. It's like Ayuk, Debo, Sanu, Richie, followed by Sherfield, and I forget who's next.
Jennings?
Yes, because Calendar made clear. I didn't keep reading. I just forgot. You're probably right. It's probably Jennings.
Richie's not going to make this team. I'm just going to say it like that. Richie's not making this team. There's too many guys, and honestly, even if Jalen Hurd it doesn't play in the preseason, I'd rather have Jalen Hurd than Richie James right now. I'd rather keep Jawan Jennings and Jalen Hurd right now. That's just what I would rather want.
And I'm
But
thinking,
I mean,
what do you think about Simba? Is Simba? He's by trade.
oh
He's a wide receiver, right?
yeah, no, he's going to make this team too. And
There's Richie's
then
spot.
someone's going to have to play in the practice. Yeah, someone's going to have to play in the practice squad or something. I don't know.
I
But
need a return man.
that guy is, yeah, he's going to be really good. I like that guy.
But
He's
you're probably
really
right. He's
fast,
not going to
too.
be on the 6. How do you keep him? I want him for the return. Eric, I don't know how you feel. No more Richie returns. Okay, I don't have anything against him personally, but Richie, his returns, wait, don't call for a fair catch yet. So, I don't know.
How many receivers do they typically keep?
Well, usually it's 6. So I don't know.
6?
I,
They can't go higher or what?
Well, normally because you overstock your wide receiver room. Now you lose step back on your defensive line, your offensive line. I don't know. I really wish I knew. I don't know what they're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And some people want to
I
expand
mean,
the
it's
tight
hard.
end room.
I really like Jordan Matthews for that room. I really think he should stay.
Mm.
We at least need to give this guy a couple games.
I tell you,
Everything we've done to that guy, we owe him a couple games.
ain't that the truth?
Seriously.
Yeah. He blocks. He's gotten bigger. He can take advantage of any linebacker out there because he is a wide receiver first, and he's a tight end that gained weight.
Exactly.
He's going to be Jordan may be right, exactly in the right place.
Yeah, it's especially against linebackers who are really bad at covering. He's going to be really good against those guys.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we're going to be fine this year. There's really nothing else to say right now. I guess I'll just catch you later, Ronbo.
All right, Eric. Good stuff, fam. It depends on what's going on in the news. I may be back tomorrow looking for you. All right?
All right, Ronbo.
All right, fam. Have a great night.
All right, later.
Yeah. Hey, is that John getting a day off? He can come in. John! Get in here, John! 49ers Ultimate Report. John.
Ronbo.
John, man, you haven't talked to you in days, bro. You're working hard. We hear from you all the time, though. Delighted. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
All right. So you've taken in what's going on today because I know you cover all the news. Give me some, man. What are you thinking, Nanny, about the Dix signing? Javon, Nick's going to be back next week. Richie, if you drop another pass, somebody's going to have to take some money out of your check. I mean, what are you thinking? And then Trey Lance as well.
This Javon.
So good.
This Javon Kinlaw thing, about him to miss some time. He had also a little bit of some fluid, removed from his leg, done twice this year. So it's a bit concerning, for me, when you're having these procedures done. He continues to say that he's okay. Everything's working. And then he's right now. Shanahan said he's gonna be week by week. Things like that. So it's a little concerning because I do feel when he's healthy and he has a training camp, I think he has a very high ceiling. So I'm a little bit worried about that. So hopefully, it's just my little paranoia because I'm one of these 49er fans. Every time I hear the word injury, I'm
Oh,
like like I just like
yes. Immediate pangs run
anyway.
through your body. I know.
Yeah. So hopefully it's nothing too serious. But one thing I do want to talk about, I was watching the game, the preseason game.
Mhm.
And one thing about preseason games, I really don't care the 49ers win or lose. It's not really, it's mostly for the young guys, the second, third, fourth strings, those guys fighting for roster spots because that's what the preseason is about. But Trey Lance, with that, 80-yard bomb, like he didn't technically air it, 80 yards, but it was an 80-yard touchdown. But it shows you, the deep ball. One of the things that if you watch that highlight is that the ball is not on a perfect spiral, but he can clean that up easily. And plus, he hasn't been on a football field in over a year, so basically it's mostly the jitters.
I was getting ready to say jitters.
Ayuk
A little bit
dropped
of jitters.
that first pass, which pissed me off because Ayuk is supposed to be the number one of our top receivers, and you're dropping Trey Lance's football. That's not a good way to have your rookie start off. So, and of course, I really don't want to talk about it, but it seems Richie James, who I've been praying for, has been pissing me off anyway. So there was a lot of things about that preseason game. Trey Lance is going to get better. He needs more reps, and it shows you. So he's going to need the reps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, especially we're talking about a year off. So he's still back in 2019. He's gonna get it, but he'll come up. He'll be fine. He just needs some time. That's why it's good. We don't have to rush him. So he'll be good.
And then the big question is, because now we only have 2 more preseason games, the question is going to be, when is that rehearsal game? Is that rehearsal game in week 2 now?
No,
or
I heard
week
it was
3? So
I heard it's week 3, Raiders. I
yeah,
heard that
all right.
yesterday.
So that's really good. So I think Trey Lance will get a lot of reps next week if that's the case. So for me, I think what they should do is, again, the first string, a couple of drives, and then after that, you put Trey, make him play the entire first half, get all the reps, he needs. And basically he started with the Chiefs, which is a good test. And then he's also going to get the Chargers. The Chargers are a much better team. And of course, the final game against the Raiders, I'm not a Raider fan, so I really don't care what happens in that game. So at the end of the day, I think, how they scheduled the preseason game has been really good. But at the same time, the Amador Lenore, Ufunga, I was concerned about that secondary. And when you look at, Lenore and Ufunga, they really, I was really surprised.
Yes. Hufanga, I kind of expected something similar. I know it's going to be that good, but Demo, what? Who is that? That's Lenore. All you can say the whole game, that is Lenore. Whoa. So I'm delighted with him. Happy for him, too, because he was getting beat up in the 49er practice. So.
Yeah. So, Ronbo, off topic, I've been hearing a lot of stuff on social media about your show, a lot of negative things. I don't know what's going on because I haven't been calling in a while. So I'm not sure about, people, starting fights in the chat, trying to get in fights with you. So I just wanted to see, how you doing, man? Because, I've been here, in that part of Twitter, that part of social media, your name right now is not really in a really good place. That's all I can say.
I've been actually confronted by some of those people, and some people run around saying things. We have become like the that bad part of town all of a sudden, and also most of it stems from supporting Jimmy G. And you know this. This is like people like that are going to run around and tell you. We had a thing where I support racism according to some people. And that's getting around for some reason. Well, it had something to do with last week. Okay, we had someone said one name about another person. That person got upset. And then, of course, now the word is, I guess, that I support racism. If you see that, I'm explaining that's what that's about. Ronbo Sports does not support racism. If anything, I have done my best to shatter that madness on this chat for years. So If you see it, please stand up for me and say that's a lie. Ronbo does not support racism. God, politics or anything of the nature.
I know, Rumble, like I said, I'm not a long time, throughout the years. I've just been calling you throughout this year, and I can tell you right now, I don't think, you are like that. I just think that people just get a little bit hot-headed with the 49ers. I don't think people really mean it. I think it's just, the frustration, people's difference of opinions. At the end of the day, we love the 49ers. I sometimes disagree with some of the things that you say, but I would never accuse you of the stuff that's, going on Twitter. And I'm happy I don't have a Twitter, but all I can say is, Niner faithful, I think I can say this. I think Rumble's a cool dude. I don't think he's a bad dude. If you agree with me, here's what it is. Those who don't want to call in no more for whatever the reason, like I said, you have a good fan base, man. And I'm glad I get to call in when I have the time. So, Rumble, I'm on your side. Shout out to the 49er Empire, everybody. Go Niners.
All right. Thanks, Josh. We're going to roll. Appreciate you, fam. All right. Have a good night. Yeah.
Niners all day.
Hey, D, ow!
Ronbo, what's going on, brother?
D, man, I tell you, I'm looking at the workout today, and I said, you know how you do. You go and look at the tape after the game, and everybody's sitting back there. Oh yeah, man, I could have done that better. So I'm amused by that thought, just thinking about it, because a lot of guys did, Richie James, have a day, So, and then I look at here come the questions for Trey, and they were going to be there, because. It turned out, it started out gangbusters, and then, of course, the media says, okay, now what can we nitpick about this, about that? They're not taking into consideration everything, but they're going to go ahead and take their shots at other things, right? So that's where we are right now. And Dave, as a matter of fact, Ha Clinton Dix, did we strike gold with that, being that we now don't have such a weak secondary? Looking at him added to it, and Hufanga looking like he's playing. Of course, that's not experience like we wish we had with Kowalski T, who gets a lot of things done back there that don't get a lot of credit. But you know what I'm saying? But D, give me something, man, because we couldn't get nothing from you that day, because we could hear you, but you couldn't hear me coming at you with the questions. So it's good.
I couldn't, and I'm so sorry, man. I literally left my headphones at the hotel.
Oh,
so I wound up forgetting them, and I was like, damn, I wish I would have had them, because I definitely would have been able to tell you guys so much. One thing I do want to say is, if anybody is bothering Ronbo about anything, I'm at SwiftD on Twitter. You can holler at me about anything you need. Okay?
Thanks, man.
For any reason, if you want smoke with Ronbo, come see me first, and I'll take care of that. Ronbo does nothing but promote a platform for us as fans to be able to talk to him, to voice our opinions. And we all have different opinions. So don't ever accuse him of nothing. Don't say nothing stupid to him, and don't come out of left field at him. If you do, I'm at SwiftD on Twitter. I'm 49er_Dion on Instagram. And I'm Niner Game Podcast on YouTube. You want the smoke, bring it my way. I'm an 80s baby. Ain't nothing you going to say that's going to hurt my feelings. But I for damn sure hurt yours. Ronbo does not come out here to hurt nobody or to make nobody feel bad about nothing. He's one of the most peaceful and kind people that you know. But let me tell you something. Don't come on here acting stupid. Don't let me find out about it. And remember, everything I said right now, you can take it to the bank. He's a real good person, a real good dude, and this platform is for us to just voice our opinions and just be cool with each other. So don't come on here talking about stupid stuff. And if somebody out there on Twitter acting stupid, you know what I'm saying? You just send them my way, Ronbo. You know how I am. I ain't worried about these people. But
thanks, Steve.
Yeah, you know I'm always there, man. But Twitter's a weird space, man.
I know.
Twitter's a weird space because it be days, man, where it's cool to be on there, and there's days where you jump on there and you just see people being complete and utter idiots. But as far as the game goes, this is what I'll tell you.
All right.
Talanoa Hufanga played himself possibly into a starting position because the man was every damn where. I kid you not. Let me tell you something. The crazy thing is when he say that he worked out with Troy Polamalu. He's learned from him. It was like seeing Polamalu on the field. Now, I'm not calling him Polamalu. I'm just saying from the hair. Literally. from the air. If you look at it
He
from
was
the air,
flying that
you
air.
thought Troy was on the damn field. It's there, but it ain't as long and it ain't as pretty. He ain't got the Head and Shoulders commercials yet. But Talanoa Hufanga played an amazing game. The thing that was curious to me was I didn't know Elijah Mitchell was hurt. When we trotted out the offensive line out there, this was a makeshift offensive line for Jimmy and for Trey. There were no starters. Our defensive line, no starters. Nick Bosa and D Ford weren't even at the game. I didn't even see George Kittle at the game, like on the sideline.
We saw him on the cam. He was dressed in street clothes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out everybody. The first person I saw was Jeff Wilson Jr.
Yep.
I saw him, and he was there. But what I can tell you is Richie James played himself out of position. He most likely will not wind up on the squad. The kid Simba, as what's our announcer's name?
I
can't remember his
Greg
name.
Papa?
Yeah, Greg Papa. As Greg Papa stated, he was playing like Mufasa. He did a damn good job in our return game. Travis Benjamin. I'm gonna tell you right now, Travis Benjamin and Richie James put themselves on the roster bubble with this last game.
I don't know what they was doing.
The Amador Lenore looks fantastic. Remember, this is the young man who was working out with none other than Deion Sanders. Ambry Thomas looked like he hadn't played football in a year. He had some good, some bad.
Yeah.
But as far as safety, Talanoa Hufanga may have played himself, and he's if he keeps going the way he's going, he would definitely make the team.
Well,
I can't
he
say
makes the
he'll
team.
start because they like Tavon. Yeah, they like Tavon Wilson over him, but that's perfectly fine. Trent Sherfield, he looked like he, with his touchdown, he pushed to make himself look good. Jawan Jennings looked great, even though they didn't get him a lot of targets. He still looked good. And then for Trey literally all night long, he only made 2 questionable throws. That's what I will say about him. The sacks, I think maybe 1 was on him. But the other 3 were on the offensive line. It was just trash, man. Like these backups, they need to work. So it's going to be curious to see what happens in this joint practice with the Chargers, and if they're going to even put the starters out there to go against these guys. Because you got to think about it. You can't expect Trey to always wind up making plays when you got a makeshift offensive line out there. You just threw some dudes out there and was like, "Hey,
especially
go get
at this
it."
stage.
Yeah. So, far as running backs, Hasty looked good, but the thing I don't like about Hasty is he dances a little too much.
Do you think
Jump
so?
cutting left and right. He moves a little too much. And I understand that there are times where it works and it gets you more yardage, but he does it too often. It's like his first go-to is to kind of jump around, and you don't want to do that. You either want to go north, south, east, and west, or you're trying to go east or west to get north and south.
True.
You don't want to just keep bouncing, moving like that.
Especially in
No
the
Elijah
stretch.
Mitchell due to his injury. Trey Sermon, to me, from my opinion, he looked okay. He didn't look anything. There was nothing spectacular that stood out about Trey Sermon for me. Yeah. He got most of the snaps, but the other curious thing is no Nate Sudfeld, and nothing wrong with him. So oddly enough, they were saying that Josh Rosen was sucking in practice, but he finishes the rest of the game after Trey lands. So,
that did leave a question mark on everybody.
About.
Well, you know what? We'll probably find that out this weekend, though. D, we got to pull up, though, unfortunately. I would love to. D, save some. You know what? I may be back tomorrow. Just see what's going to go on in tomorrow, because I want to hear some more of this.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah, man. I got way more for you, man. I appreciate you for the platform, Ronbo.
Thanks,
and once again, man, if y'all out there, man, be cool on this show. Don't come on here acting up, man, because he does way too much for us as a fan base. And he's too good of a human being for you to even try to treat him like that. I don't know him 100% personally, but I know him enough, to know that he's a really good human being and a good person. Don't come on here acting stupid, man. Have some damn respect when you come on here, even if you have a difference of opinion.
Thanks, D. Appreciate you, fam.
Oh, yeah.
I tell you. All right.
All right, brother.
Have a great night, and give my best to Jasmine.
Good night.
Night, D.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hey, Robert Slavin, I see you, man. He says, I like Ronbo. Nobody Better mess with them. Thanks, Robert, with the contribution as well. And Shabazz!
Ronbo.
Shabazz, it's another night of football talking. I'm talking red and gold season. Shabazz, they've already started on Trey a little bit. I mean, if Justin Fields, they said Trey Lance, PFF, and some of these others, Trey Lance was the third best quarterback on our list today. I said, who's number 1 and 2? Because don't tell me about Trevor, because Lawrence didn't do anything special today either. So maybe Lawrence came in number 4. If Justin came in first, wait a minute. Who's number 2?
Was it Wilson? Is it Zach Wilson?
You know what? I need to go back and look at that list again. I forgot about Wilson. I just saw where Trey was number 3. Or did they say last? 3 or last? I can't remember. Because my mind is going back and forth between what I'm thinking or what really was said. Because I know he was not first.
You got to remember, these are people that get paid to do just what they do.
Get clicks.
You know? I quote Roger Mayweather, the late, great Roger Mayweather. Most people don't know bleep about boxing. These people don't know nothing about football. Okay? They're not me. They're not you. They're not nobody that's dedicated. Okay? Mm-hmm. That shows you Matt Nagy and whoever over there in Chicago ain't too smart. Mm-hmm. You know what it reminded me of? Because I got to remind the rest of the empire when Steve Furtick became the head coach of the Redskins. Oh, man, in the preseason, the Redskins lit it up. They scored 40, 50 points. He didn't know this is the NFL. You don't run plays in the preseason, man. Mm-hmm. You don't expose your superstar or whatever you got. Going, Kyle Shanahan is an NFL pedigree. Once again, an NFL pedigree. So we're not going to even be dealing with nobody like that ain't even smart like these guys from PFF. You ain't going to get nothing this Chargers game. And you might not get nothing the Raiders game. I want his body of work to be very minimal, work on his fundamental, and it goes back to what we've been saying, us as the faithful. Mm. What was the 2 things that got Shanahan came over short twice in both Super Bowls? In the one we lost and the one Atlanta lost. Mm-hmm. Lost. Run first. Mm-hmm. And he don't want him running for that reason. So when it's time for him to run, he'll be a threat, and everybody will be shaking their boots and then open up our game. This is going to play itself out. And again, I'm going to say to you when I call in, just like to the rest of the empire, Shabazz is on the Jimmy G bandwagon because I want Jimmy G to bring him along. Everybody got to quit disrespecting Jimmy G. For me to say this, I haven't been on the bandwagon at all, Ronbo. You know I've been anti-Jimmy. Yeah. But this is a perfect situation. Think of the same thing happened in Kansas City. They gave Alex Smith 1 year with Mahomes, and Mahomes became what he became. Everybody keeps forgetting Alex Smith had 1 year and a half with Kaepernick, and Kaepernick got us to a Super Bowl. Quit trying to put this kid in here week 1. I'm against that, Ronbo. Shabazz is against Trey Lance starting week 1. I don't want him starting week 1. I just don't. Justin Fields got to start week 1. Trey Lance is in a better position than what Mahomes was 2 years ago. He has a Super Bowl-ready squad on both sides of the ball. You don't need to rush him in there. He's got a Super Bowl-ready squad. No quarterback. Not this guy. He's going to have a horrible career. The Jets ruin people's career. Wilson, Lawrence, this moron down there, Urban Meyer. Listen, Trey Lance is in the best situation anybody could be in. Let it be, and slow motion is better than no motion. Talk to me, Ronbo.
Hey, I'm in full agreement. All I want to say is, amen. Hustle him in there. It's like Jimmy G can't play no quarterback. Get him out of there. He's a liability. We need Trey now. And like you're saying, can we let Trey get a few things ironed out and polished up? Jimmy G will be fine. Let Trey learn at a pace that makes sense. Comes in there, he knows this, he knows that. He doesn't get panicky. He does his job.
And again, I meant to get ahead of myself. Have you seen our schedule? Like,
Yeah.
these people is crazy. We got week 1 and week 2, we got the Eagles, we got the Lions, and Jeff Goff. We got wins. Calm down, people. Calm down. We ain't got no schedule that, Ronbo, I'm not even panicking the first 5-6 weeks of that schedule. There's nobody tough on that schedule. How these people claiming to be Niner fans and Niner faithfuls, and there's nothing on that schedule that scares me. Not even the Packers week 2 or week 3.
Packers week 3.
Aaron Rodgers don't scare me.
Well, Aaron
don't
needs to be
scare me.
scared, you know?
Yeah, he's right, because Nick's back. Aaron needs to be nervous. And
You know?
Come on, man. Come on, man. And like what you guys said earlier, Ronbo, come on. I ain't even got to talk about my resume. You know my resume.
We know,
I got your
Shabazz.
back. We ain't thinking about none of the naysayers, man.
Thanks, Shabazz.
Man, you do what you do for all of us, for the empire, for the faithful. And if they roll with you, roll. And if not, hey, that'll go is. You know what the rest is. Let the good Lord not miss you. Whatever the saying go. I can't even say it right because it don't frustrate me because I'm just excited about Jimmy coming out the gate. And I got Jimmy going 5-1 first 6 games.
I see something like that as
5-1.
well. You know, this thing about Jimmy G can't play no football, it's grown into and developed into its own being. I guess, come on, man. How bad? Well, no. He's never been that kind of bad on his worst day. So, boss, you know what? I may be back tomorrow. I'm thinking if I see some news we can get in and talk about, I'll be looking for you tomorrow. All right?
Okay. Well, Ronbo, look, I'm here, man. You know, I work on the weekends. I got the children. I'm still geared up. If anybody out there can hit me up, man, y'all got to hook up on the PS5, man, because I got to get this Madden going, man. And, you know, hey,
Yeah.
I got to break down the rosters, man. And, hey, I'm not mad at no decisions Kyle make, and everybody needs to pipe down. Hey,
Yes.
Ronbo, shout out to you.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you, Shabazz.
All right.
Talk as soon as
I'll
possible.
talk to you later.
Looking forward.
All
Night,
right.
fam.
All right.
Night. And I see Jimmy G49 says, shout out to D. Great call. Leave all that drama out in the world out of this show. Go Niners. Fam, thanks. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the contribution as well. Hey, until Phil.
The guy before me just took all my thunder, but you know what?
Phil, you know, there's
I looked at the game. You know, I was at the game, so you don't see as much during
watch
the
the
game.
replay.
And so I went and watched the replay. But you know, Trey was sacked 4 times. 3 of them was his fault. Okay? People don't understand. If you don't read the defense, they're going to blitz with no running back in the backfield, and you get sacked, and you don't make the read, and you hold the ball, you're going to get sacked. This is what happens in the NFL. People don't understand that. They just look at, oh, he made one great throw deep, and they made one throw to Ayuk. It was dropped. He just sacked 3 times. On his fault. The other one was Brunskill's fault. But
Is that the one Brunskill stepped on his toe or stepped on his foot?
well, he stepped on Sermon's toe.
Oh.
He got locked in the back. He didn't have his feet right, and so Chris Jones had pulled him over, and he backed his feet up and he tripped over the running back. So.
That'll get bodies flying all over like a car accident. Yeah,
Everything.
Yeah.
So that wasn't Trey's fault. But the other ones, there were blitzes. He didn't read them, and he didn't get rid of the ball. So this is where you have experience. And he doesn't have any experience. People need to realize that. So let's let him grow, let him develop, sit behind, watch the room, learn, and become a great quarterback. Who are your top 3 quarterbacks in the NFL? Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Mahomes. All 3 of them sat behind for multiple years, 1 year at least, if not multiple years.
Yeah,
for Aaron
Rodgers
Rodgers.
spent for yes, eternity.
3.
Yeah.
So, I mean, come on. let's give the kid a chance. Don't shove him in and ruin him. That's what these people want to do. Just shove him in there
and then
ruin
Phil,
him,
and then they'll boo him. I got into a guy with David for Twitter.
Exactly.
He says, "Well, you know what? I bet you were crying when Trey got that." Well, I'm a 49er fan. I celebrated a touchdown. You, on the other hand, don't understand. Supporting every guy on the team it's not a bad thing. You know, I said, what do you? Some people just don't. Because I support Jimmy, I'm a bad guy to some people, and
no,
as if I don't support Trey.
Best
Well, this is just stupid.
For the 49ers, I want the 49ers to win. I'm a 49er fan.
Thank you.
First and foremost. So, I mean, this is crazy talk.
Phil, how many controversies with quarterbacks have we had? Every time, this goes all the way back to Montana and Steve, right? I mean, this
all
is
right. Let me tell you,
people love to fight about
Montana
these things.
versus Young.
Young, yes.
Young was a better athlete, had a stronger arm, could run faster, everything that Trey Lance can do over Jimmy. But
Over Joe.
Joe was the better quarterback because Joe had it between the ears. People don't understand that.
No, and they don't want to.
No, they don't. They don't. And there was a side for Steve, and there was a side for Joe. Most people were for Joe because he won them Super Bowls. But, you know, we were pretty close to Jimmy winning a Super Bowl for us.
7 minutes.
Very close.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
So, you know. So if I'm gonna be a bad guy for supporting Jimmy, so be it. I mean, you know, that's just ridiculous.
Ronbo,
and the chat
and the
is
other
its
thing,
own.
Will was out of line.
But the thing is,
I listened to that. Will was out of line.
God.
Totally out of line. You don't have a racist bone in your body, and you don't support it either.
God. If I miss it, it's I missed it in the chat. We try to do that, but we can't catch it every time. So, you know.
No, Ronbo, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. There's a lot of idiots out there. So just go do the same thing you've been doing, and I'll support you. I know that. And
Thanks,
most
Phil.
of the people that listen to you will support you.
Thanks, Phil.
And those that don't, forget them.
I have to.
Honestly. But, man, I love what you do.
Thanks, Phil.
And thank you. Honestly.
I tell you, that warms me right up. I tell you what, fam, I look forward to you. When you call in, Phil, it's like everything's all right.
And
I love it.
honestly, most of the people that listen to your show listen to those other shows. They're not going to believe what anybody says about you. So forget it.
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
Honestly.
Thanks, Phil.
But anyway, I love our team. I'm bullish on our team. I think we're going to be good this year.
You know,
and
no matter what's being said out there, and they're saying some nasty things as usual, this team's going to win. I can feel it. All they got to do is stay
exactly.
Yeah. Phil, I mean, you know what?
I think they're doing a good job of that right now. So
looks like
let's keep it up. We get
good.
D Ford and Nick Bosa.
Oh,
Forget it.
yes.
I'm. There's no way any defense is going to ramshot us. So,
I tell you, I'm looking forward.
you know,
All right, Phil.
all right,
Wonderful
Ronbo.
stuff. Appreciate you so
right.
much. And maybe
Thank
back
you for
tomorrow.
your show.
I probably can't stand it. I'll probably be
All
back
right.
tomorrow. All right. Thanks, Phil.
Okay, we're in the dog days right now. The preseason. All right, man. Take care.
All right, Phil. Have a good night, fam. Is that Denise riding up on her Harley, or did Phil just have a car drive by him? Denise, I saw the good news. I couldn't wait to get at you. Denise, the girl is doing fine, according to COVID, by the way, but she's got strep throat. But like I told you, Denise, she's going to get over strep throat. If she's out of the COVID woods, I'm already delighted.
Yeah, and first and foremost, Ronbo, I want to say thank you to you. Thank you to all my TNT family. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. God bless all of you who prayed for my daughter and sent me messages. It meant more to me than any of you will ever know. It filled my heart full of joy. Thank you guys so much. It meant everything to me. You guys have no idea how much it meant to me. I appreciate each and every one of you more than you'll ever know. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart.
That is as sweet as sugar, Denise. You know, you got that anytime too. Don't even mention it. But we do appreciate that.
And just
Go ahead.
for you, Ronbo, you know what? Have I had issues in your chat? Yes. But I will say this. You go out of your way to try to catch everybody and to try to maintain your show and, you know, try to stay on top of people. And I appreciate that. And the one thing I'll say for myself, if guys want to come at me about football, I don't have a problem with that. I don't. Like, you know, say your piece, come at me. I don't have any issues with that. My issues were all stemmed from personal attacks, like telling me to go back in the kitchen and pretending like you're my husband on the chat and saying, I'm sorry, everybody. This is Denise's husband. I'm trying to keep her under control. That's the shit I had a problem with. The football stuff, I could care less. Like, you want to come at me about my football? I don't care. Go ahead.
And this is what I've
But, you know, the other stuff, you know, that's just who I am. Don't attack me personally because you don't know me. But, you know, football, feel free to disagree with my opinions. I don't care. And for people who said that I come on here and say I have sources, I have never once said I have a source. I'm a fan. I don't have one source. None. Zilch. Nada. My source is me.
and your research, right? There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's it. You know, I don't have no damn sources. I ain't nobody special. I'm just a 49er fan.
I think you're special. We think you're special. You're Denise. You're special. But yeah, Denise, and you know what? I'm glad you said that. You know why? Because I let's make that clear. I never said you couldn't talk football with Denise, but the personal, that stuff will stop. It will stop. If we catch you, we're gonna take you out. And it's not so much to ask. Just please do it. Football only. You're not her husband. You're not any of those other things she's talking about. Denise, you know we're going to run out of time here. Give me something you think about as far as the team workout today. Some of the things that are being said about media's going after Trey.
I'm super excited about Trey. I do think Jimmy should start, but I will say I'm excited to see the packages that Kyle draws up for Trey Lance. And everyone who's on Twitter hating on Trey and saying, oh, he's not that special. He wasn't that great.
You knew it was coming.
He has all these flaws.
Yeah.
People need to realize he has not played football in a year and a half. He has not played in an actual game in a year and a half. I mean, and not only that, as far as I'm concerned, for someone who hasn't touched the football field in a year and a half, I thought he did pretty well.
What? Denise, are you at Indianapolis? Because the thing is, some of those engines that are going by, I want to get in that car.
Sorry. No, sorry.
Whoa.
I'm walking. I haven't been able to walk Daisy because of everything that's been going on in my life. And she was super antsy. So I was like, shit, I got to take her for a walk tonight. So, and there's a lot of traffic. I apologize.
Some of the pipes that roll down the road are slick. But Denise, and also, you know, we are secondary because the more they keep talking about, Hufanga was in the press conference today. Normally, I guess we might not see it later on.
Lenore, and then Simba, you know, the whole time when he was running that ball, I was like, Mufasa.
He was jamming, wasn't he? And he made it look so smooth and easy. He didn't even look like he was working hard. And he was just pulling away from people. Just pulling away. I said, look at him. But look at, we got ourselves a return man.
And you know what? Bye-bye, Richie. Bye-bye. Hope it works out for you.
I'm starting to feel bad about Richie because you know what? Richie can play better than that. I don't know what's his problem. Unless he's not happy with not being.
But you
Oh,
but
dropping
you know
the
what,
ball.
Rumble?
Dropped one
He's
today.
never been a good returner.
Yeah, that's true.
Our special teams,
We've been complaining about him.
that's honestly, that worries me.
Yeah, we've been complaining about Richie for 2 years, but we just let it ride. Let it ride. Denise, we're gonna go because I gotta keep it short tonight. But let's.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, just say good news anyway. So listen, you and Daisy have a great night. I'll maybe see you tomorrow.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, Ronbo.
Oh, my pleasure.
Shout out to you. Shout out to TNT. Shout out to production. Thank you again, everybody, for the prayers. Much love.
Thanks, Denise. Let's go get better too. We told you. Thanks, Denise. Night. Almost broke out singing. It wasn't a good day that day, but ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things are gonna get brighter. Don't get me and Papa Dragon started. Papa Dragon!
Up your small, what the pot is cooking.
Yes. Doctor?
Hey, I want to say one thing here real quick.
Okay.
Number one, we know that when it comes to the internet, it's 83% trolls, 17% people with common sense.
Ain't that the truth?
Right?
Yes.
So the reality is that our ex-president was the biggest troll ever. Period. Bar none.
Pop.
But I want to say this. You, my friend, are not a troll.
Thanks, Pop.
Okay? You're not a troll. You are one of the angels, the bright spots on the internet. You're one of that 17% on the internet. I've never once heard you be negative, call someone out of name, or insult somebody. I haven't. Even when you're being insulted. You may threaten to kick them out, but you're not insulting them. So that's all the credit I got to give to you. Right?
Thanks,
now, you and I disagree all the time. But you know what I like about you? Yeah, you know what I love it. I love it. You can talk smack. You can talk where I come from. You can talk smack about somebody else's mama, right? But if it's done in the right way, it's not offensive. It's funny, So trust me, being in a locker room, what real locker room talk is, overall football is supposed to be fun. We're not supposed to be fighting at games. We're not supposed to be calling each other out of name and insulting each other. We're not supposed to be degrading people, talking down at people, making people like Denise feel like something that she's not because she has an opinion. Everybody's opinion is valuable. If you got that in your heart, don't come here. If you got that in your heart, don't come here. Go take your little sorrow someplace else. Sure, that's the best thing I got to say. Now,
and Pop, it's
real
appreciated
quick,
too. Right, good.
Hey, nothing but respect for you, man. Nothing but
Thanks,
respect.
man.
So I want to talk quarterback real quick, because I know we got a short time. So here, I'm going to go down the list right now. And this is why PFF really is a mixed bag. It's like a catch-22. Okay? Mac Jones scored at 82. Okay? But he also averaged about 5 yards a pass. In play behind a starting offensive line. Zach Wilson was rated number 2 at 78.8. This was the only team that scripted their first 15 plays in the preseason with a starting offensive line. Number 3, Justin Fields didn't have awesome offensive line, so the coach was like, well, make it happen. So the kid ran all over the place with his head cut off, okay, against a second-string defense. But guess what? He learned nothing. I saw him do that in college. Okay, Trevor Lawrence, 58.5. Again, he was in a learning position, fumbled on his first play, etc. Trey Lance, did he play the first offensive team? He did for 2 snaps. They were 2 good passes, one to Ayuk, one was 80 yards. The minute they pulled the rest of the offensive linemen, it wasn't a good night. He was getting hit a lot. So, Phil, I disagree with you. One of those sacks is on Trey Lance. If you got 1.3 seconds to throw the ball to 2 seconds to throw the ball, Okay, when your right side of your line is not blocking, and people are just walking up, and make no mistake about it, Kansas City has a deep defensive line. They're 8 players deep on that line. They are way better than the offensive line that San Francisco put out there to block for Trey Lance. But guess what? I'm not blaming nobody because I truly believe that Kyle Shanahan learned quite a bit from RG3. He also learned quite a bit from Johnny Manziel, and that is this.
Oh, I forgot about that. He did have to deal with
That
money man
yes,
Johnny.
this is what he learned. He knows that Trey Lance can run around just like Fields did all day long. But when you do that, you're not learning the NFL game. The kid hasn't played ball for real in almost 20 months. He does need to learn. He's got a lot going for him upstairs. Great arm. But why throw him in there if you got the fourth ranked winningest quarterback, active quarterback playing in the league? That's Jimmy Garoppolo. There's no point of rushing him out there until he is effectively beating Jimmy Garoppolo. Now, would he beat Jimmy Garoppolo head up? Yes. But the problem is that he still has no experience. He still has to get in the game and play it. So the plan is solid. Start Jimmy. Sprinkle in some Trey Lance. Get him some experience up there. And then let it happen. Let it happen organically. There's no need to rush him out there. There just isn't. There's nothing to gain. Nothing. Right now, as it stands, the Las Vegas odds have us favored, to win against Detroit with Jimmy Garoppolo, has us losing with Trey Lance. A loss to Detroit
they put that out
with
there?
Trey Lance.
Las Vegas
has it out there.
Calculate that stuff. It's amazing what these people can do with these software.
Las Vegas calculates, brother. They calculate, brother. So the bottom line is, like I asked you before, think about it. If you lose your first game to Detroit with Trey Lance,
that would ruin his.
It's a bigger problem you can imagine. But
his mind
last
would
but not least,
Go ahead. Last but not least, because we're out of time.
Yeah, I know we're out. But last but not least, this is still Jimmy G's team. His teammates love him. You just are not going to replace him like this right now. It's not. You'll tear your team apart if you did that. It has to be on everybody's mind, including Kittle, including McFall all over the place. Everyone has to look at that and say, "Hey, Jimmy, you're our boy. We love you, but Trey's the answer." Yeah. That time has not come. When that time comes, then that's when it'll happen. It has nothing to do with the fans. Nothing at all to do with the fans.
There you go.
Hang in there, brother Ronbo. You're the man.
Awesome.
Don't you forget
Thanks,
that.
fam. Awesome stuff. Yeah, Pop, real quick.
And last, yes.
Did you say who was number one? Was that Mac?
Yes, Mac was number one. And he should have been. Yeah, he completed a lot of passes, but let me just say one more thing. I mean,
no, Pop, we really got to go because we're way over.
No,
Pop,
you go.
You can bring it back tomorrow. I think I might be back tomorrow. Okay.
Hey, I just want to say that thank you for taking my call tonight. I really needed to talk to you. Thank you so much, man. You make my day so much better. Thank you,
Pop. Appreciate you, fam. Looking forward to the next minute.
Man.
All right, night, Pop. All right, and let's go to Charles. Charles, come on in, man.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Charles, man, we just sit back here digesting today's workout because you know how things go after a weekend game, right? Go in, coach sets up the film and starts talking about what everybody did wrong. Everybody sits there quietly, looking like sitting over the top of the desk, peeping out. But you know, the thing is, I think that was mainly the media beating up on certain things. They went after Trey. Richie James had another one of his fabulous days. Hufanga's getting plenty of praise. Kyle loves him, and he deserved it. And, of course, Ha Clinton Dix just joined the team. We got Trent Williams limping off the field for some knucklehead clipped him in practice. Charles, what are you thinking about today?
You know, when I saw the highlight of, when I saw the headline that he was injured. Oh my God!
I know, right? Hit the floor.
I thought it was something. I thought it was something along the lines of something long term. But when I realized when somebody somebody put a chat in. They said he was going to be okay. Then that made me feel better. But you know,
You just hope they're right.
our luck, our luck has been better. I think if we can get to week 5, without any injuries, I think the injury bug will
all
probably
right.
have passed us up.
I bet you're right. I bet you're right.
Yeah,
Because usually that's the way it works.
I really hope that we can stay injury free without at least until I don't know, at least until week 10 or week 12 or something.
No, Charles, stretch it out. Give me week 14. And if we get that far, I know we're gonna make it.
No, because we don't really need any major injuries. Week 14, that's when everybody starts preparing for the playoffs.
Oh, I see. Give yourself some time to heal up in case you get hurt. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I think if we don't see any significant injuries, I think that's a good thing. And I think we're probably going to be destined to make it to the playoffs and make a good run in the playoffs. Because we have a team to make a really good run in the playoffs once we get in.
The depth we got now. Picking up Dix was key. I think also Kendricks. Because places where we can be vulnerable, we're strengthened now, almost within the last 48 hours.
Yeah. And these rookies, man, they're coming in and they get good experience.
Yep.
And so I really like that. At first, like I said, number 38, the Amador, in practice he was getting roasted. But I really like how he was, on last Saturday he really held his own. I was really surprised.
Everybody was shocked. I was shocked, especially after more than one time. And then he got an INT. I said, "What? Don't! Oh, we ain't go. Never say nothing about this dude again." Okay, one more week. Let's see what it looks like next week. Because that was wow.
Yeah, because if he holds up against, he's not going against receivers with top tier speed.
Yeah.
But if he can hold up against people with pretty good speed, he'll be a really good backup. I think all he is a really good backup. I think all he is a really good nickel corner, and I think he'll be a really good fit to back up Williams at nickel.
Yeah.
But I'm really happy that Lance is, he's getting the experience he's getting, and I'm really happy we've been pretty much injury free. Everybody is not going. They're not going all out. They're holding. The key members of the defense, they're holding them out per se, and I don't disagree with that. We've had so many injuries, man. Hey, if y'all want to hold these people out until week 1, hey,
that's fine.
I'm good.
I agree. I still want to come. But Charles, you got to worry. They need a little bump and run. Don't get crazy out there, but get a little used to the contact. No, that's all. And then sit down.
Yeah. So, man. But I'm still excited. I'm just praying that we remain injury free, and I can't wait. I can't wait to hear back what happens versus the Chargers, and I definitely can't wait to see how we play this weekend coming up, man. I'm ecstatic
because there'll be that one more week getting ready. Right?
Yeah.
So they should look a little better this week than they did last week because we didn't have to lose that game against the Chiefs. I understand it's a preseason game, but still, we had that game. If it's winnable, win it.
With Lance, we're gonna get more. We're gonna get more exclusive games having Lance on our team. As much publicity as he's getting right now, man. When he really starts, they start plugging him in special situations, and we start converting those situations. Oh my God, the NFL is gonna want to show him. He's gonna be marketable to the NFL.
Prime time,
and
all the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's gonna be nice, especially if we go on a run. If we go 6-1 or 6-0. Oh my God, it's gonna be live, man. It's gonna be live. So I think
look forward to for this season. Charles, we got to go. I got to abbreviate everybody's endings.
We haven't even seen Hurd. Man. If Hurd comes in and he just surprises everybody, oh my God, I'm telling you.
It'd be more than anybody could handle it. Charles, let me see, maybe back tomorrow. I'm gonna see what's going on. Maybe I might wait till the Wednesday workout. But fam,
All right.
have a great night.
All right,
You go, bro.
Ronbo. Well, I love you, Ronbo.
I love you back, fam. Talk to you in a minute. Hey,
All right.
I heard that. Who is that?
Papa, mommy said you disgusting.
Charles, we're gonna go. I'll see you shortly. Tell whoever that was. It's got to be lots of fun. Ice, baby, two gold.
Ice, cold, no diggity, no doubt. My brother, how the heck are you, Mr. Ronbo, our 49 faithfuls? Everybody stop worrying, stop getting all, stop whining like a bunch of babies. This is football.
Yes.
Okay, this is football. All right, all the analysts and all these little, everybody got, Trent Williams, this, people like, please, let me tell you something. You know what? One thing we have to remember, you was a ball player, I was a ball player. I mean, a lot of the guys were ball players as well. Anyway, I'm going to shoot my opinion on what I seen. I'm not worried. Oh, the rookie blues. It happens. Okay? He's still bingo. All right? Shanahan, he's happy for what he's seen. Okay? He put him in a situation to see how he's going to react.
Right.
Period. He wasn't looking, of course he was going to come out without question. Am I right or wrong?
Right.
But the bottom line, he put him in a situation to see how he's going to react and with pressure on him. Okay, in plays that who knows what the plays he was sitting in. We don't know if those plays is Garoppolo type of plays, or we don't really know if those are Trey Lance type of plays. You understand what I'm saying?
I just want to say something right there. You know what? Those are plays, what you originally just stated, those are setups to see how he handles it. And he said that before the game started. That's exactly what he was hoping to see.
Exactly. So now he knows what to do for him for his strengths. Right or wrong?
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
When he rolled him out, he caught the bomb. He's like, okay. Now, people watch football. Now, when remember he threw a hard pass to IU. IU had a pass, he dropped. You know, Lance throws a ball hard. Okay. Now, the next series, he threw an 80-yard bomb. Now, and he rolled him out. So this is what I'm saying on the coach's perspective of Shanahan. He's saying, okay, now I got to move him around. I don't want to keep him in the pocket too much. I want to keep him moving around, keep him as a threat. Now, he knows now. He ain't going to reveal all his cards. This is preseason. He'd be a fool to do that. Right or wrong?
Right, definitely right.
He ain't no fool. Period. He knows what he's going to get for Jimmy. But he really think about this. Everybody, all 49ers faces, y'all, you actually think any organization, from the 49ers to the Patriots, whoever, you think they're going to gamble and get rid of all those picks to get the number 3 pick to get this kid that they want? Realistically. Think about it. Come on. Really? That's like Miami. They drafted Marino. Yeah, they went on the Olympic get him. When the Cowboys traded Herschel Walker, see what happened to them?
Yeah.
They turned into a dynasty. Right or wrong?
Yeah,
That's what it is. Everybody relax. The Iceman's here. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, my man Ronbo say. He knows. Okay? All the haters, your haters going to hate regardless, period. So I don't even care about them. You say, bottom line, Lance he's the man. He's going to be there. We don't know when he's going to start, or only time will tell. Feel me? What is your take on this question, my brother? Because I know we're short on time.
I really just enjoyed all of that. That was just like right on time. My sentiments exactly, Ice. You know, it's what people do, the impatience, their whole life is probably like that. Stressing yourself out, no patience, not worried about the end, just do it. You know, you got to, every now and then, you got to smell the roses.
Smell the roses. Thank you. Smell the roses. Stop this, brother. When you go fast, you don't see it. When you smell, you don't, listen, when you drive fast, you don't see a damn thing. Let Kyle do what he do. Let trust and believe, everybody, and I will guarantee you this here. Whether we win a Super Bowl or not this year, okay, this is the long term. Of course we will win right now. But the thing about it is, who would you rather have? You rather have a Super Bowl right now, or you rather have a dynasty for the next 10 years?
And yes.
Thank you. I'd rather, honestly speaking, before you get off, I'd rather 100%. You know what? This is me, and I hate to say it. I would love to see us win a Super Bowl, but honestly thinking, I don't think we're going to win one. I hate to say it. I don't think we're going to win one right now. I don't think this year is not the time. I think the following year, with everything, the pieces in place already. You know what I'm saying? Because you got guys, everybody they got what he wanted. Next year is going to be our time. I hope we will win one. I hope that'd be awesome. But realistically, I think next year, the next 5 years, we're gonna win. We're gonna win at least 3. We might win 3 straight. I'm feeling 100.
There you go. Yeah, I should sound like me in 2019. I didn't think we was ready for no Super Bowl. I didn't even think we was going to get there, and then I had to admit at the end of the year, okay, I was wrong. But you know what? We'll see what happens. All right, nice.
Exactly.
Great stuff.
All right, my dog. Man, one love, Niners Nation. Take it easy. We gonna be Gucci for the next 10 years. All right, we ain't worried about the now. We worried about we don't worry about the now. We want expectation, of course, but we gonna be Gucci, y'all.
There you go. All right, Phil. Ice, I may be
All right,
back
man.
tomorrow.
One love, man. Love you, Ronbo. All
Love
them
you
haters,
back, fam.
one more thing. All these haters out there on your show, let them keep hating. You know why? When they hate, that means they got you're the bomb.
Thanks, Ice. Appreciate that, Phil.
One love. I'm out.
That Ice. Wait a minute. Well, it's a big show. It's a big show on tonight. Show! Get out in here, man. Let's get some observations from the show who loves him some new players. Although we're not getting anybody offensively, although show, you have come around in a different way these days. You're not all about offense as hardcore as you used to be. Now, you just want good football players. Am I right?
You are exactly right. And also, before I begin my points tonight, this is to everybody out there, pump the brakes on Trey Lance, okay? He is not ready to start. No matter how much you hate Jimmy, no matter how much you want Jimmy gone, Trey Lance is not ready. And he's showed that. It's been 20 months since he's played a down in football, and it clearly showed week 1 in the preseason, while the rest of the rookies looked okay. But between him and the rest of the rookies, unlike him, the rest of the rookies had played a game last year, and he was a little rusty and a little sloppy, and it showed. So let's pump the brakes on starting Trey Lance week 1. This is Jimmy's team right now until we move him, and that's that. Get over it. You know, stop coming on here and arguing about starting Trey Lance week 1. It's not going to happen.
I mean,
you're wasting your time and breath doing that. I mean,
some of the fights in the chat that are being blamed on the program, I think there's a big percentage of that going on in the chat. But I don't know how I got to get blamed for that. I just allow freedom. This is America.
You don't deserve the you don't deserve the blame. Yeah, you support Jimmy and everything like that, and you express your emotions and opinions like everybody else on the show. But reality sometimes sucks for some people, Ronbo. They can't accept it too either. You know, like.
And so, and if you,
I fell out of love.
I
The
just want to say
reason why
one thing.
I fell out of love with Jimmy Garoppolo, real quick.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No,
the reason why I fell out of love with Jimmy Garoppolo is because he's not available. And that's a legitimate excuse to fall out of love with a player.
Understandable.
I never once criticized. I've criticized Jimmy Garoppolo on his play, but not harshly like some have on here. But that's the only reason why I fell out of love with him. And I've been fair and honest with him and objective as I can. And his time is done here. We all know that. It's not going to be this year. It's probably going to be next year. So suck it up, people. Suck it up. There's no need for the drama on here.
It'll
None.
continue. But listen, if you ever run around some of these places, and I am a guy that's a little sensitive to that kind of thing, if you ever see people falsely accusing me of running a sewer as far as the chat goes, I got a feeling that's going around. I have tried my best, as you know, to cut out
I know. You do,
racism,
Rombo.
bigotry.
I've known you. I've
but
known
you
you
know,
for.
oh,
I've
God,
known you
that
for
bugs
five. I've known you for. I've known you for 5 years on the show,
me.
Rombo. You and I have been going back and forth at each other, and we've always kept it clean and always kept it football related, and never once did I go personal, or never once did I attack your show or anything like that. You and I have always kept it football, especially in 2019, when you and I for months went after each other on who we should be drafting with the second overall pick.
Right.
And you know how much hate I got in that chat. On my name was blowing up that entire draft day.
I watched that. Well, you know, some people need to draw a line. There's no point in deciphering from that kind of a conversation, this person is just awful. You know? I mean, that's my problem.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
But anyways, as far as today's practice goes, Rombo, if there's one thing I cannot stand about our organization is how coy they are about releasing injury news information to us. You know what I mean? Like 1 minute, they're not too concerned about a certain player's injury, and the next minute they are and I'm going to be starting the season on the IR for at least 6 to 8 weeks, and then I don't know about anybody else, but I get frustrated with that. Like,
and they're going to do it.
You know what I mean? Because
they're going to do it again. That's what they do. So
when I saw the Trent Williams news today, I was like, oh shit.
But at least they told us that right away.
Yeah. So. And then I saw they're not too concerned about it, but knee injuries are serious.
Hip.
So are hip injuries.
And knee. Yeah. Javon Kinlaw,
you know what I mean?
Like, show. Javon was hurt last week. I didn't know that until today. You know. Anyway, so we're going to run out of time. As I said, I got to make sure I get out on time this time.
All right, shout out to the TNT fam, y'all. Take care and stay sane, people, please.
That's so much. That's too much to ask. Thanks, Shell.
All right.
Appreciate you, fam.
Care. All right. Good night.
No
problem. All right.
Yeah, Javon Kinlaw. There he is. The other founding member of TNT. My dude, Trez.
Hold up, wait a minute, Ronbo, go on and put some red and gold up in.
I love those. When it starts snowing red and gold. I wait until you get here to do it, too. Oh, that's good stuff. Yeah. Trez, come on in, man. And
what's going on, Ronbo?
Well, we've had some people bring in some things here tonight. I didn't know that Mac Jones was rated the top rookie quarterback this past weekend. I didn't even know Javon Kinlaw was hurt.
Matt who?
Trez, are you being funny? Did you miss what I said? Javon Kinlaw.
Mm-hmm. Kinlaw, okay.
I didn't know he was hurt.
But I thought you said Mac Jones.
Oh, no, Mac Jones was, according to the numbers, Mac Jones was rated the top rookie quarterback of the week. I thought it was Justin. You know, so these are the things.
Ronbo,
yes.
He can't. Oh my God, man!
This is the things we have to put up with statisticians. See now, and I said I knew Trey was ranked somewhere near 3, 4, 5. I didn't know where it was ranked, but you know it's gonna be rough here. The critics now can come and go to work. We got 49er fans running around calling Trey a bust. You know, so boy. Trez,
Matt is gonna fill in well for New England because New England is a dink-donk team. That's all they do. Dink-donk you down the field. That's it. That's all they're gonna require for him. He don't have a strong arm. He's not going to challenge the field. He's not throwing bombs. He's going to dink you, donk you, slant you. He don't have an arm for them out routes. But, you know, the little slants, the little underneath pass, cross the middle, you know, that's about it. That's going to be the side. So, hell, if he hits, 12 or 17 of those, I guess he would have a good day.
Yeah. Was that it?
Shit.
12 or 17?
That's it. And I'm just saying, I'm just throwing them out there. That's probably about the best.
I watched a few minutes of it. I didn't really realize, but yeah.
I mean, he ain't nothing special, man. I'm glad that we did. Kyle had to be talked out of
drafting that dude, and I seriously, and I said
He won't
100
admit it,
times over,
though.
I would just have to seriously like reevaluate Kyle Shanahan. I mean, I already seriously reevaluate him when he talked that Kirk Cousins mess. You know what I mean? Like really, like I don't think Kyle knows top quality quarterbacks.
Well, he's got his own. That's Trez. You know what? Real quick, I want just to say, this is why when Jimmy gets in trouble, I say, you know what? You guys need to realize something. Kyle takes your identity and transforms you into what he wants you to do. He didn't do that with RG3 because of Norm, the owner, Norm Snead, whatever his name is, of the Washington football team. He didn't do that in Cleveland because Money Manziel probably wasn't listening. So now, you know, we got what we got. Now, will Kyle do what he likes to do? And because first he's going to try to make Trey a pocket quarterback. You could see that from this past weekend. He's not going to be able to follow his instincts right away. How will that affect Trey? We're going to see. But Trey, go ahead.
Well, I'm going to say this. When Trey gets his opportunity to Ronbo, Trey better play Trey ball. And damn Kyle Shanahan. That's all I know. You let your natural born ability go to work. That's just the bottom line. Whatever you do best, do it. And if it means you running, if it means you throwing on the run, if it means you scrambling around, blah, 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 do what you do best. See, that's what separates Pete Carroll and Kyle Shanahan. Pete let his players be who they are. You see what I'm saying? I hate to say it, but he do.
He does.
That's why he's able to turn them bad players into some decent players, turn them around, turn their whole careers around. Because he let them be
cover three
themselves.
Defense. Exactly. Let the players do what they want to do.
He let them be themselves, man.
Yeah.
Right, and that's what you got to do, man. All this, do as I say, you know, man. Come on, man, get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. But Ronbo, let me tell you what's concerning to me, and I ain't heard nobody talk about this over the weekend. I mean, I'm personally looking at our team, and I see a deficiency in an area that we never had a problem.
What's that?
Special teams.
Oh, right. We don't talk about it, but everybody's noticed that, Trez. You're right. Somebody said that in the chat the other day.
Like,
I said, you know, that's true.
I'm sitting there looking at our special team like, wait a minute now. We got a problem. And we've never had a problem with special team. And our punter, Wisnowski, hey, bro, I'm not pleased with him. I'm really not. I am not pleased with that dude. I thought we should have brought in another
utilize him for some of the extra things he does. He could at least try it in preseason. Maybe he doesn't want to do it in preseason, but Kyle, he has the ability to run. He's fast. He doesn't always have to punt it. Set something up.
Yeah, but his punting hadn't been that great.
Yeah, I
you
know.
Notice it?
Recently,
he's been hitting a lot of low liners.
I was getting ready to say, I don't see the height on them kicks. I know. I agree.
Where's the hang time, baby?
You
know what I mean? Like, this is what special teams about. This is what punters thrive at, man. This is where you make the money, but where's the hang time? You're sitting low line drivers. Those line drivers get returned.
That's returnable, yeah.
Yeah, they get returned. They get returned for big scores. That's what I'm saying.
You see the camera put on him after that one kick? They held the camera on him for like 15, 20 seconds after he went to the sideline. I said, Mitch, I was thinking, but, you know, I was wrapped up in the game. But, Mitch, come on, man. Because I don't think he's going to do it every time, but he is doing it too many times. So
he's doing it too much. He's doing it too much, you know. I'm just saying, you know, last year, tripping, flipping Robbie Gold, you know, this year, Wisnowski, like, come on, what? Like, we're starting to get
they got to get a talk.
Stuff.
Yeah. We're going to have to go because I got to try to be brief tonight. But listen.
All right, Ronbo, look, shout out to my TNT fam. Shout out to Denise. Denise, glad to have you back. Yes. You know, all our prayers is going out to you. And you and your family. And like I said again, Ronbo, we love you. We're always going to be here for you. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks, fam. I
and
appreciate
you have a good one. But, yeah, everybody need to go back and look at that film, though. You know, that's an eye-opener right there. Our special teams ain't been on point. And, you know, everybody talking about the good, and you're supposed to praise good, Talafunga and all the rest of them, Jennings. You're supposed to praise all those guys, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, we can't be going into the season with
bad special teams. No. That's why Richie James has got to stop returning kicks and punts. All right, fam? But tell you what,
all right. Have a good one, Ronbo.
Otherwise, Wednesday. All right, Trez. Night, fam.
Okay. Night.
Yeah, Trez is so right. We don't talk about that, do we? Special teams has been suspect this entire, actually special teams was suspect last year, but we gave them the benefit of the doubt because of the fact that things were the way they were. People were hurt, people were injured. Mostert, the best gunner in the league, maybe out. Hey, Eric, 208. Hello, area code 208. This is 208 ID. Hello.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Yeah, who is this?
This is the A-Bomb, man. How you doing?
Oh, God. A-Bomb,
let Denise know if somebody's violating the rules of conduct over here, just send them on over my way. We'll take care of it. Don't worry about
A-Bomb, appreciate that, fam. And A-Bomb, the bad thing about it, I'm not a babysitter. So when people are cutting up in the chat, what am I? It's And then the word gets around. Yeah, Ronbo's running a goddamn zoo over there. I mean,
well,
not a racist.
We got you. We got you, Ronbo. The boys in the trash talk circle, the Empire. We got you, bro. But
thanks,
hey,
man.
look, I wanted to mention a couple things, and I'm going to get off real quick.
All right.
First of all, we have not been this deep at quarterback since we had Montana, Young, and Bono.
True.
Okay, this really excites me. I am not a big Jimmy Garoppolo fan. I never have been. However, if he's rocking the laundry, you got to root for him. That's what it's about.
Rocking the laundry. I like that.
Yeah. Okay. That's facts. You know, if you're with the red and gold, whoever's wearing your laundry on game day is your guy, like him or not.
That's been my feeling the whole time. So I said, I can't beat him up like that. We were trashed before he arrived. He rode in, and we've been sailing mostly on an upward trajectory ever since until he gets laid down, which I understand. If you don't like him for that reason, I can understand that. But the other hatred is unwarranted. So,
Well, I call him Jimmy the Gimp because he does go down so much.
Yeah.
I think he's snake bit. I think he's jinxed. I think he's injury prone. He's talented as well. You cannot deny it. But I just want to get this on wax. I'm not worried if Jimmy Garoppolo goes down this year because it's not Nick Mullins and C.J. Beathard that'll replace him. Okay, we got a number 1 round draft pick, Trey Lance, and Trey didn't play a lot because of that, but you got to have faith in Mr. Shanahan and Mr. Lynch. Okay?
Yeah.
Kyle says it's his guy. Kyle's our guy. Go with it. All right? But
trust the process.
we got the dark horse. We got the dark horse sitting at number 3. Another number 1 round draft pick who did okay in Arizona his first year when he was let out to the dogs, Josh Rosen didn't have a prayer in Arizona, but he gave us hell. Then,
twice.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Josh Rosen, he gets shuffled off and he goes to garbage teams with no line. Okay, Miami, right?
Yeah.
And he doesn't have a shot there. They got Tua there. So he's here, and I'm saying this, and Empire, listen up, Ronbo, listen up. If Jimmy the Gimp goes down, and I think it's going to happen by about, I don't know, week 4 or 5, maybe week 6 at the latest. Okay? Gonna happen. Inevitable. Right? Trey Lance might come in, and if he is overwhelmed, because he's a rookie, and that's gonna happen, Josh Rosen's gonna come in, save the day, be the NFL comeback player of the year. He's never had an offensive line as good as we got right now. He never had Deebo Samuel. He's never had an IU. He's never had a
Mostert. Don't leave him out.
Never had a Mostert. Never had a use check. I'm telling you right now, the dark horse, and this is why Lynch and Shanahan are genius. They saw he was available. They picked him up for a song, and he's going to be our version of Jim Plunkett. That's what's going to happen.
Hey, there's a story to relate to. Could be. He's got to make the team first, though, A-Bomb. I just wonder, Sudfeld, what's going on with that? Well, I guess we'll see this week during the preseason game. I think Shannon's given one the turn this week, and the next guy will be in next week. If Rosen comes in at number 3 and no Sudfeld again, the writing is pretty clear on the wall then.
Yeah, I think he's going to make the team. I think that's a foregone conclusion. And Empire, let me tell you something else. Preseason is only important if somebody gets hurt.
Yeah.
That's the only time it's important, okay? Guys are knocking the dust off, knocking the rust off, getting in football shape, and we'll know what we got week 1 with Detroit. And that's it, Ronbo. I'm going to run off, man.
Oh, appreciate you,
Thanks
man.
for
It's
talking.
great to hear from you again, too. I've talked to you in such a long time. Have a great day, fam. There he goes. Hey, Bob.
All
One
right,
of the-
Ronbo.
All right, night. Hey, Bob, one of the most entertaining guys. Actually, the TTC should actually start up again. It was so much fun. Oh, Ricky!
Ronbo,
Ricky.
damn deal.
Come on in, man. We're sitting there talking about you know how I do. We start off with the subject and then we sort of just expand in all directions. I was Ha Clinton Dix made his practice debut today. He came in, he looked good. We have let's see, Talanoa, people still talking about him buzzing. What a great guy too. That interview he did today, such a humble character. And also Javon Kinlaw is going to miss a little time possibly. And then they rolled up on Trent Williams. Trent limping off the field. Freaked everybody off, right? And then you got the media said, okay, let's go ahead and type some things up. Okay, we're going to rank Trey Lance. Well, he didn't look, well, he had one good play. Let's go ahead and mess him up now and say all kind of bad things about him. And watch those 49er fans come after us. The clicks are going to go wild. You know what, Ricky, I'm exaggerating and playing, but I wonder if those clowns think that way. Do they actually think when they put stuff out that it's going to be received in any particular way? I bet they do. They do that on purpose. But Ricky, what are you thinking about all of that?
Man, that's so much to talk about. Wow.
Let's do it in 5 minutes.
The media is going to do whatever benefits them to get their name out there in the limelight. So you already know that. Plus, we were talking about that at one time. Like, we hope that how they were talking about Jimmy. You know, God forbid Trey gets hurt, they're going to talk bad about him. They call him a dud. They call him a bad player and this and that, and that's what they're kind of insinuating. But Ronbo, our future is bright, man.
Oh yeah.
You can see glimpses of greatness in the young man, and he's not fully there, and he admitted it himself. You know, because he is a humble man.
That's why the media had no business picking on him. He said he wishes that things would have went better in certain plays. You know, Ricky, if next week Sunday, if he has anything more than 1 or 2 problems, look out. Media's going to get ugly.
Yeah, but that's okay because we know what they're all about. They're nothing but haters that can't never play the game and never will.
To begin
throwing
with.
their little tidbits in, you know what I'm saying? But we recognize the real. We're gonna have his back. You know, the faithful are the true faithful. We're gonna have his back because we know what the man said. He said he left some plays out there that coach had for him, some brilliant plays that would have been big plays, and he left them out there. And then he said he can't wait to go back and review and learn from it.
That's the attitude.
You know, so yeah, he wants to learn, and that's what he's been doing. And that's what greatness is. When you got talent and that talent works hard, Ronbo, the sky's the limit with the young man. So we don't really care what the media says.
And like Richard Sherman says, let him keep talking. Let him keep talking. We could save all of this stuff up and get him later.
Oh, so, yeah. When we get to 6 this year, and we are going to get to 6. Because like Sam Cooke said, Ronbo, it's been a long time coming. It's been a long time. But we know that 6 is going to come, Ronbo. That 6 is going to come.
Look at this. Don't get me started.
That's it. We know this. Yes. We know this. So we're just going to ignore them and let them say what they want to say. And when he does good, they're just going to be kissing his ass again. You know, because I'm glad we got him because I took a little peek at McCorkle, and oh my God, I was not impressed at all. He cannot run out the pocket. He cannot get away. And as long as everything's kosher and everything's good, he can throw a ball, but that's about it, Ronbo. And Kyle knew better. Kyle knew better. How they gonna say? Oh, most teams wouldn't trade all this draft capital up for Mike Jones, but Kyle's gonna do it. I mean, come on, bruh. Come on,
but
man.
Ricky, you know what? This is the fun thing about the media, though, because and even fans that you keep receipts on, that we go back and forth with on social media. This is the fun part of fandom. You bring up them screenshots, slap it up there. Here's what you said way back in August.
Yeah.
How you feel now? I always love doing that.
And I want to be glad when someone loses that bet and loses that wine bottle.
Yeah.
That bottle of wine, and I hope it gets jacked up and shoved up his candy ass, because people are really buying into all that hating that man's doing. But we're not even gonna mention his name.
Yeah, and another thing is, I really negativity. It's okay in some situations. Even I entertain it every now and then when I'm on Twitter, because Ricky, do you have a Twitter account?
No, sir. I told you I only got a YouTube account because of you.
You're right. And
I don't got nothing there.
Thanks, Ricky. I appreciate that. But you know what? I'm going to stop doing. I'm going to take I think I'm going to take a break on Twitter, because when I go in there, you don't change anybody's mind. You just go in there. You put your gloves on. You put the black under. You get ready to just go at it. That's enough stress. I usually end up slamming my fingers to my keyboard. It's not healthy. So I may just decide
you don't need that.
to take a week off from Twitter. God,
Ronbo, you gotta just dump it. You gotta just dump it and not even worry about it.
I know.
Just let everybody tune in to what you say, and let them tune into the Ronbo show. And let them. Hey, by the way, everybody hit them thumbs up, man. You gotta hit them likes.
Thanks,
hit them likes. And everybody. I've been watching everybody. Every once in a while, people be hitting them dislikes.
No, look at that's. No. We got haters coming in here.
I got something for them. Yeah, I got something for them, and you got something for them too. But we're not gonna pay them no mind.
Nah.
But hey, Ronbo, we love you.
Thanks, man.
And you stay on track, and man, God be with you, man.
Thanks, man.
We really appreciate you, man. You keep doing your thing.
Thanks, Ricky. I'll talk to you shortly.
Champ.
Thanks, man.
All right, champ. We out, man.
Have a great night. Yeah. Hey, Jay.
What's up, Ronbo?
Jay, man, we're just sitting up here discussing some of the things that are going on in the world of the red and gold. And Big Show made a good point. It's never going to stop, though. The 49ers are going to tell us what they think we need to know, and what they don't want us to know, we will not know. Javon Kinlaw's been hurt for over a week. Now, they wouldn't tell you. I don't know. Maybe it's good to hide injuries. Elijah Mitchell was hurt. We didn't find out until after the game. Maybe it's not necessary that they tell us that, but these surprise. Well, and by the way, Javon Kinlaw is nursing a shoulder injury. He's going to be week to week. Week to week. Coach, is it that serious? We only got 3 weeks to go. Are we going to be okay? So that's why I said I'm glad Kentavious Street and other guys are doing well. Kern looks pretty solid. And also the other guy, Hurst, looks not bad. I guess we'll be okay. But I don't want to. And then today, they rolled up on Trent Williams. Who is that? Oh, it's like Eric Davis told me a while back. We had players in practice. Coach told me, don't you ever run up on T.O. I said, Jerry, I think Jerry. I said, really? That's what they told you? Yeah, you don't hit people that they depend on heavily because you're expendable. Eric Davis is a Pro Bowler too, but that's the way it works. I'm telling everybody, look, the next guy that rolls up on Trent from behind, know this, there will be a problem. So, you got to do it. But Jay, what are you thinking?
For one, who was the imbecile that ran, roll over Trent Williams' leg? I mean, I understand y'all playing football, but then you got to be careful. I know you want to go hard. That's what I'm saying.
A clip.
What is you thinking of?
No,
Seriously,
no clip.
Are you trying to are you trying to sabotage the team or something? Like, this is what I don't understand. We about to have a joint practice with the San Diego Chargers.
Yeah.
Why could you not try that with the Chargers? I'm not saying not to play dirty, but I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Why would you trip your own player or clip your own player? Like, I know you're trying to play football. I know you want to be, competitive, and you want to compete. But come on, man, you got to use common sense. You got to use common sense. They know that Trent Williams is our best lineman on the team, and you can't be making silly ass decisions like that, plays or whatever. It's just, but.
It is what it is, and as long as they know from now, if you see you're about to roll up on your offensive lineman's back of his legs, pull up, and when you get up, nothing's going to happen. We're not going to take any points off of what you've done. We might give you some points for using good sense, and then you have Richie still out there missing passes, and now I'm wondering how long is this going to... Maybe next week he gets better. I'm going to give Richie a shot next week. It's going to be fine.
Yeah, you got to understand, too. It's like, when he played well, he didn't get a shot. And then I don't know.
That's a good point.
I just feel like...
That is a good point.
And I think he just defeated because all these, these receivers are coming in here and they're passing them on the depth chart. Kendrick Bourne is left in it and got, so he's thinking, oh, I'm the next man up, and they get another guy to replace him. And I don't know, man. I think it's more of a confidence thing,
And what's so funny? Did we get better as far as the wide receiver room going with Kendrick? Mohamed Sanu, we need to see some more, all right? But like Kyle said, a few days ago, he went in and said it was going to be a difficult decision to make. If Jalen Hurd would have been healthy, we may have had to make a difficult decision with Kendrick. And I was sitting there thinking, damn. Because I didn't cut Kendrick that year. I cut Richie. I've been cutting Richie for 3 years, but somehow he always survives.
Right. Kendrick is better than him.
I thought so. But Kyle was talking about Kendrick, not Richie. And Richie's number 4 on the depth chart currently as we speak, right? So maybe after this past weekend, he may have dropped a spot.
I think he was looking at Richie as more of a return guy. That's why he didn't want to cut him.
Well, he did good against, like you said, he did good against that Thursday night game when the league would not excuse us and let us play later. Richie was awesome that night. I've never seen him look like that, and was campaigning. Kyle, get Richie in the game for more snaps, Kyle.
Yeah,
I was blaming Kyle.
And I think he lost. This year. He lost a little bit of confidence because, in fact, he ain't out there really running. He's not really out there running around.
Sherfield's took it. Whatever chance he had, Sherfield took. Okay,
yeah, exactly. So you gotta think, man. These people have huge egos, and then when you getting like replace. I know side they want to. Sometimes they could get in their head and they can drop passes and not making plays. It's just one of them things,
You're a professional, all right? You don't have time for the outside noise to have that dramatic of effect on you. Now, if you miss a pass, there needs to be some time between one miss to the next. Now today in practice,
true, and I agree, Ronbo. I absolutely agree. But at the same time, they are human. Look at Pennis. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand that these people, they played in the league and they're supposed to be professional and they're supposed to be able to catch passes. But at the end of the day, they are human. Yeah. And when they're getting used and not used,
they start to trip, don't they? They start to trip. You know what?
Yes.
Jay, we got to go. I'm looking forward to Richie against the Chargers, and I want to see lift him up. Richie, you've been with us for years. We expect more. We'll see. Okay, we'll see what happens this weekend.
Yes.
All right, Jay.
Yes, sir.
Have a
All right,
great night,
appreciate
fam.
you, Ronbo. You have a
Appreciate
good
you,
night.
fam. Night.
No doubt. You too.
Yeah, Richie's on and think if Jalen Hurd is looking healthy, it's got another difficult decision this year. Hey, Tony.
Ronbo, how are you this evening?
Tony, doing great. Anytime we're talking football, man, I'm just seventh heaven. You know what I mean? How you doing?
Yeah, fine, sir. Fine. So I was listening to your chat, watching your chat and listening to you tonight. And Ronbo, you have the best show in the business, man. Don't let stuff get you down by knuckleheads. Knuckleheads gonna be knuckleheads. You do a great Ronbo. You don't even hardly cuss.
No, unless I get really, I did recently. I got really upset. But Tony, I got upset because Tony, my entire life, I have wanted love on this planet. And I know as corny as that sounds, I've got friends of all colors, and I do that not accidentally. It's natural for me. I love people. And so therefore, when I hear about somebody who's bigoted and hates people because of whatever color or what they are, I say, oh man, are you serious? What are you alive for? What do you exist for? And I can't. So anytime I get accused of condoning racism, that hit hard. I don't think anything's ever bothered me like that. So when I got accused of condoning racism and nasty things toward women, wow, whoa, way, what? So, you know.
Well, you got a bunch of people in the chat that has your back that knows it's not true. So,
well, thanks, Phil.
We go from there.
And by the way, one more thing I want to make clear though. When I say racism, if you're white, I'm not talking just to you. I don't appreciate racism from anybody. I just want to make that clear, okay? Because if you think I'm talking to you, no. I've got black friends I don't tolerate that stuff from. All right? So just so you know.
Exactly. There's black people and I'm a black man. There's black people that's racist too.
Yeah.
So, yes, sir. So what you got going on? I heard you're Trent Williams.
Trent Williams got it. Also, the addition of Ha Clinton Dix, I kind of like that because I didn't know how good he's going to be. We added also, like we're saying, we added to the depth of this team with people like Kendricks, Clinton Dix. Normally we add people that nobody else cared about and see if we can make them get something out of them. You know what? That's not the case this year.
Depth is depth. You guys are a deep team like we are, Ronbo. Our defense and our offense is deep. I'm a little concerned about our offensive line because
everybody is
in my chat today.
This is every year, every team.
I know they're predicting Philly to finish in last, but that defensive line still has those 3 former first rounders and Javon Hargraves from Pittsburgh.
See.
That game, Pittsburgh.
Who was that game they played against? I was a little concerned about how that frontline defense was beating people up. And also, Hurst, as a starting quarterback, everybody says that game's going to be easy. We have never had an easy game against the Eagles. I don't care who was playing. It was always a rough house match. We'll see, because they're physical.
Yes, sir. And that's our very first game. So they were talking about, Matt Ryan's going to get killed. I said, you guys are overreacting. The starters didn't even play last week. They're going to play this week, a half, and probably a half of a quarter in week 3 to get things together.
How does your offensive line look, though? You just said you weren't happy with your offensive line. Are they going to be able to hold up?
I think so because these were starters that played last week. They were too many penalties, Ronbo, offside, holding. Arthur Smith wasn't happy. I guarantee you that the offensive line did a lot of running today because he makes them run when they make mistakes.
Right.
They do a lot when they make mistakes. Defense looked good, but I'm very happy about the defense. We had 3 quarterback sacks in the first quarter.
All right. I remember you. And real quickly before we run out of time, the Cowboys, your favorite subject, it seems Dak is quietly, with Homer Simpson sliding back into that bush. They keep trying to say Dak's fine. We're actually clear. He's ready to play right now. And then today I heard, Dak is probably not quite ready for prime time just yet. So, I said, you guys,
It doesn't matter though, Ronbo, because that defense is trash. That's going to be their downfall. That defense doesn't matter. They think Dak walks on water. That's fine.
I know. He needs to wear robes out there now. Oh, by the way, and congratulations on 100% vaccination. You guys have become the first team. You're setting the standard, Tony. Impressed with that.
Yeah, I saw that today. Yeah, so and they said the NFL is over 80% vaccinated, so we got to get that last 20% with all the teams.
You know, this is like, I don't want to. People have positions on that, and they have their reasons, and I don't want to speak on that.
Sure.
But I do want COVID to leave us like polio, some of these other things that took the country down to its knees. Now they're putting out information about something's wrong with this particular vaccine and this and that. There's some scary times we're going through. In our lifetime, I don't want to have to worry about things everywhere I go. It's an uncomfortable feeling.
Yeah, and especially for the children too. And Ronbo, before we go, that quarterback, remember when Carson Wentz went down, that quarterback from the University of Washington we couldn't think of? It's Jacob Eason. Remember him?
Oh, Eason. He's starting over there, right? He played the other day.
Yeah, he played well. He played well last week. 15 out of 21.
Ooh, that's not bad.
He's going to be the starter, and so they're not going to go out and try to shop for somebody. But the Bears are getting ready to cut. Who's the guy that won the Super Bowl for Philly?
Oh,
quarterback. The
Foles.
Bears are getting ready to
Nick Foles.
Yeah, because they're not going to keep 3 quarterbacks.
Yeah, Sam Darnold. Well, you know, it's so funny because it's between Sam Darnold not Sam Darnold, but I mean Andy Dalton. Andy's it sounds like they really do want to start Justin Fields. They kept him out there for a long time the other day.
I think it'd be a mistake, but let them go ahead. Let them learn it. Let them learn. You know how the NFL works, Ronbo.
I know. Get your feelings hurt quick, because I think they ruined Trubisky. In sort of that thing, the same way.
Yeah, exactly.
He'll never be the same.
But Jimmy Garoppolo is your guy. Let Trey Lance develop gradually. There's no need to just throw them in there now. There's no need.
We weren't a lottery team. I mean, we lost, but our personnel's solid. So just because we picked at number 3, we are not the Cleveland Browns. We have people sitting on the bench, yes. But Cleveland Browns fans coming at me right now. Man, we will kick your red and gold butt. Okay, you know what? I got to respect the Browns right now, though. They do look tough.
Yeah, I ain't believing the hype, though. Hey, Ron, can I get a shout-out to Denise and her daughter?
Please do.
A prayer in the comments for them. Shout out to you, Denise, and God bless you and God bless your daughter. And I knew she would get well because prayer is very powerful.
Yes. She's doing all right. A little strep throat, but we can take care of that, and she'll be fine. Love it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, Tony.
And shout out to Big Show and shout out to Ellis, Ronbo. Those are 2 of my favorite guys as far as football. Because Big Show and Ellis, they know their stuff. Even if I disagree with them, they know their stuff.
Hey, they both keep their head on everything that's coming through the wire. They know about it. Tony, always appreciate you. I may be back tomorrow, but for sure I'll be back Wednesday. Be looking forward to it.
Yes,
forward
sir.
to it. All right.
Yes, sir. And Raider, we were chopping it up in the chat earlier today. I think I got Raider Carlos into his feelings. Chopping it up. He has not returned. He left, and he has not returned.
Triumph. I love it.
I'll say good night.
Good night, Tony.
Good night to you.
Night. I can't believe Raider fans get defeated. I thought they didn't have no feelings the way they be talking. They still going back to that post of that video I did years ago. They're still hitting dislike because I went after them. I tore them up in that video though. All-Star Luna, Ronbo loves everyone, especially loves moms and women. You know, fam, I really do. God. It's Tony! Knocking Tony! Thanks, Tony! He said, he says, PFF had Trey Lance as the lowest rated first-round quarterback this weekend. I saw that. Your thoughts. Aloha and mahalo. Hey, you know, Tony, I refuse to take any rating about Trey in this first week. As far as I'm concerned, if you had 5 things and they said you can eliminate 2 or 1, this week would be the first thing I'd eliminate. All right, Trey got out there, and this was his first look at real time, and I mean the real hostility and all that other stuff. And Kyle was throwing stuff out there at him that he was testing him, right? See if he could survive this or not. Any other reasoning that we're going to offer? It's okay. You know, with the offensive line and everything, okay, I get that and all that. But let's see what he looks like this week. I want to see, because he should have grown a little bit from what he learned last week. Emilio,
what's happening?
Emilio, you're just the guy for this too. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you've already seen and heard the stuff. I mean, the main thing from you, let me run this by you. They've already made judgment calls on Trey, and you knew they would. They couldn't wait till Monday morning.
Gives a damn what they think, man. Who the hell?
They went to rock on me.
More than half these mother effers don't haven't even played a damn of football in there, man. Not even in people. Who gives a damn what they think about Trey? What the hell? Get your ass out there and block for somebody before you talk about Trey. The hell, like I say, Trey ain't finna be the starter. They're not ready for Trey yet. But come on, man. You can't fault this man for them breaking down blocks and play. You know, it was just so much stuff that you can blame on the offensive line and the drops on other players. But, you know, when we blame Jimmy, they dropped the ball. But, you know, because Jimmy threw it. I'm like, Jimmy can't catch the ball. Come on, it's the same situation we've had with Jimmy. They're not catching the ball. Come on.
There you go. I've been crying about that for 27 since 2018.
He gets blamed for it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The writers don't never know. If you're going to write something, write the whole story, and you could get a little more respect. They don't want to do that. Yes, he's the worst rookie quarterback of the day.
And then and then they look at Macaroni Jones over the top. He did great, man. Every pass he threw didn't go more than 4 yards. Get the hell out of here. He's not that great.
He had offensive line protection that wasn't bad. You know.
And I put me on the damn Patriots, and I can dunk the ball every day. I don't even got that stuff on. I can throw the ball 4 or 5 yards and get some yards. Anybody can do that. Hey, come on, man. They just praising these guys just because. Like you said, but we done noticed the 49ers is one of the most hated teams in the NFL. That's just point blank period. If you don't realize that by now, something's wrong with you. You all know the Niner fans back in the day with Eddie Bartle. It was one of the most hated teams in the NFL.
And we ain't supposed to complain, though, Emilio. Remember how they call us? Man, you 49ers are always moaning. I mean, what? Oh, no, you didn't say that. And then, that's what I go to work.
I don't care what anybody says. If you don't have more rings than us or as many, F you team and F your organization. Point blank. I don't give a damn. I don't care if you're a Raider fan. I don't care if you're a Seahawks fan, a Ravens fan. I don't care what you are. Get yourself 5 Super Bowls and then come talk to us. I don't give a damn. Even if they're old, you still don't have 5. I don't give a damn. What the hell? You 49ers always cry. Yeah, we cry. But hey, you still 5-time Super Bowl champ. I don't give a damn what they say. And you can say you're a 5-time Super Bowl champ, come and talk to me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I've gotten blocked. People, Raider fans, Rams fans used to do that too. I couldn't understand a Ram fan. Okay, you know what? The Hawks, understandably, I can see we do have a little bit of rivalry going with them. But you're a Ram fan, you gonna call me a whiner? A whiner. You ain't.
Seahawks fan is a one-hit wonder. What the hell have they done since they had leaving the booth? Not a goddamn thing. So get the hell out of here about the Seahawks. Man, who cares? Yeah, so what? We've been able to beat y'all. We lost that whatever games in a row. It don't matter. You still only have one Super Bowl. You're still a one-hit wonder, and you're never gonna match anything else because Pete Carroll's on the way up.
In fact, that's embarrassing to go to the playoffs and do that well and never come out with anything more than a first-round exit or a second. I think they made a second one year.
The 2 times that Seattle came up, that one time they went to the Super Bowl and lost with Matt Hasselbeck, the division was crap.
The second time, the only other good team that was on the division when they won the Super Bowl was us. Other than that, they've never had competition.
Mm-hmm.
So for Seattle to even think they're even great at anything, they need to look at the division wins they had.
Let's go back
How
to when
much
it was in the
struggle we put
AFC.
into.
They wasn't winning no championships over there either.
The Raiders used to beat up on them.
I really feel good when I'm
And
picking on the Seahawks
And when
sometimes.
it comes to the Cardinals were never was. They're not even has-beens. They never was. You know, really.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Rams. One Super Bowl ring, and come on, man. If it wasn't,
wasn't
for that
in
team
LA.
that was built,
it was in St.
Well,
Louis.
exactly. That's the other thing.
So that's why I say, so we've already put the media in its place, and also you look at the fact that this week we got a scrimmage down with the Chargers. What are you looking for? I'm giving Richie another break. I want to see him another week because
You know what? You need to stop. You need to stop. Let it go. I know you like cheering for players because they're on the team, but Richie James and had one too many times on this team. He's on the way out. He might have his one. See if he can do anything in this game, and if he doesn't, he's cut. You just need to let go there, Ronbo.
Well,
you just need to hope he does something good in this game. Like I said, I understand you're one of those guys that root for the team he's on it. I'm not that guy, Once you suck by it, dude. He sucks. He needs to go. If he doesn't do anything this game,
good night, Irene.
Richie, get going. Sorry, man.
Well,
we got too many other receivers that are willing to play.
And we got a return.
So
we got a return man too. Yeah, you got Simba Webster. I want Simba to do all the returns this year, actually. So yeah.
Well, we need somebody to do it because our special teams is crap. It's just, we have the last return man we actually had that was good was
he just retired. He just retired this year.
I forgot his name.
I know, right? Every time I put the headphones on.
Something Junior. Ted Ginn Jr. There you go.
What?
That was Ted Ginn Jr.
Ted, yes.
That's the last
Ted
good return man last return man we've ever had that was good while on the 49ers.
That's true.
And
it is. There's been nobody better than Ted. That's true. So this is going to be the year.
We need help in that department real bad. That needs to get fixed.
Yeah, I understand it's preseason, but we need some people that know how to make tackles on special teams too. And it's true.
Yeah.
Mitch Wisnowski's put more elevation on the kicks.
I'm not looking for the home run playing special teams. It's not sometimes that. So at least get us some decent yards. At least get us 20 yards or something. Do something where it says, okay, the offense that doesn't have to fight every single time. Make it easy for the offense.
Struggling out to the 20-yard line and falling at the 19. Yeah.
The easier they make it for us, the better it is to put some points on the board.
Points on the board.
They just need to help out.
I agree. I'm going to have to pull up because I got to get out of here. I'm going to tell you what, maybe back tomorrow. Otherwise, definitely be back on Wednesday looking for you.
Yeah, for sure. All right.
All right,
I'll you, man.
Hey,
you other fake ass team today, get your ass up and shut up and get some wins. Get some winning records.
Night, Emilio. And Ramiro Garcia. I'm trying to. Okay, I do find that is funny, and I'm not going to read it because I'm trying to be nice to that particular person because he asked me to made me feel like I shouldn't do that to him. But Ramiro, thanks for that contribution. Jamal.
What is up, my brother?
Jamel, man, just sit back. Hey, Jamel, we got good news on the Denise front now in Arizona. Things are looking good. The daughter is pulling up out of COVID, and she's just dealing with strep throat, but that's a condition that can be fixed. And so good things happening there. Yeah, so really happy about that.
So I was going to let you know, Denise, I pray for you and everything, and everybody praying for you. Your daughter's going to be okay. No weapon formed against you shall prosper.
There you go.
In Jesus' name. Yeah, yes, sir.
Hey, and Jamel, I tell you what, man, we're looking now at we signed Ha Clinton Dix. Looks like he's going to work out with us. He looked real good to practice today. Our secondary needs Ha Clinton Dix. And the bad news is of course Trent. We always say, oh man, please no injuries, please no injuries. We can't have any major players going down. And today you see Trent Williams limping off the field. Jamel, if tomorrow they say, well, Trent Williams is not going to make the trip to L.A. No, man, that's what we was worried about. What?
Right.
So keep your fingers crossed on that. Somebody rolled up on him, and it wasn't just a straight-up man-to-man block. They rolled up on him and clipped him. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, we got problems. And the media's also decided they needed to tell us that, yes, 49ers, your rookie quarterback was the worst quarterback of the rookie quarterbacks of the day. And, it's something about reading things, regardless as to whether the numbers are. There's no need to use words like WORST. You could just say maybe, let's see, a substitute for that would be on a day when rookies did well, Trey Lance may have been the one that maybe lowest on the learning curve or something like that. The word worst is disgusting. If I'm going to make a writing, but they do what they do to alienate the fan base anyway, because that way you get more attention. And bad attention and good attention is probably equally acceptable from these people. But Jamel, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking, Ronbo, that's media for you. Okay, that's what they get paid to criticize. None of these dudes are on the field. They don't put the pads on. Maybe the majority of these guys, but they just pay to criticize. With that, no, you gotta put on your Helen Keller ears and just act like you don't.
Helen Keller ears.
And you know what I mean? You gotta act like you don't see or hear what the heck that he's saying. So, fuck y'all.
I agree. We're gonna, you know what? We should be used to the media. You know what's funny, Jarrell? You can never get used to the media and their over scrutinizing and bad writing skills. I mean, it just goes on and on. Every year I say to myself before the draft, look, don't take what you just read to be the gospel. He's making that up. He doesn't have any sources. Things don't leak out of Santa Clara. He does not know what he's talking about. And yet and still, you start to entertain the thought long enough to pretty soon you're starting to say there is a possibility of there being some truth to what he just said. And then you find out minutes later or a day later, okay. So I guess, okay, that's it. So I made that promise this year not to pay attention. Watch next year, same thing. But what are you thinking?
I'm thinking that to all the media, bump y'all. And that's we'll move on. We move on now. My take on the preseason game, it's Trey Lance. This is his first goal. He only had one game that was at North Dakota State or whatever way he did.
That's where it was.
It's going to take time for him. That's all. And this is Jimmy's team. And so, when Jimmy got in there, did the rollouts, he did his one series, and that's it. So watch what happens with the next few preseason games. Then when the season starts, Jimmy, like I said, he's going to be Sebastian Shaw. He's taking all your negativity, and he's going to roll out this year. Guaranteed that.
It's going to be. It's okay. We're gonna have a good year, and we're gonna look back on this and say, yeah, we were predicted not to survive. Some people already got it picked losing the division. Some even think the worst in the division. So it's okay.
Yeah, dude. Just keep proving them wrong. That's all you're doing. Just keep proving them wrong to the end. Yep.
It's gonna be a good year, and also, as I say, I said no negativity around here. So I'm drawing back on Richie James, and I said Richie's going to have a solid week next week. You know what, Jamel? I think that helps when you start wishing. You send out bad biorhythms when you start declaring somebody a problem. But Richie got to stop dropping the ball, though. He's got to stop it. You know, that's something everybody says. You drop the ball. And when they say that to you, that's that figure of speech where if you're failing, you know, so it's the same thing.
Right.
Richie can play better than that.
Right.
And I know it. Everybody knows it.
He will. He will. Next few games, he will. And also, JJ called me on his cell phone yesterday. He has his own cell phone, and he's showing maturity. He's showing responsibility, and he's so smart, Ronbo. He's come a long way, JJ. Right. He's an honor student in school.
Oh, really? So it takes that after you, then?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
He does. Yep. So I told him that now we're open now at the nursing home now. He can come see me now.
All right. That's right. That's good. Things are slowly trying to get back to normal. So great. All right.
Yeah.
But Jamel, I'm gonna go. I tell you what I want to do. I always say if something happens, I'll probably definitely be back tomorrow. Otherwise, I'll definitely see you Wednesday. Okay.
I'll see you Wednesday then.
Looking forward. All right. Give my best to JJ too.
All right, good night.
Night, fam.
Oh, I definitely will do that.
All right. Night.
All right, good night.
And Mr. Black Eye says, folks need to cut it out with the ignorant crap. One love, Ronbo. Don't come to my dude's platform and act a fool. I need more from my wide receivers in the line. Yeah. Thanks, Mr. Black Ice. We need all that stuff to happen. Hey, Mike.
Ronbo, what's up?
Mike, man, I tell you, I look forward to that. That you know, you got me started yesterday, and people are probably still mad at me. That yelling you were doing at the end. I love that stuff, right? So you reminded me of my favorite cartoon as a child.
Yeah, I heard that part about Goofy.
I tell you, my mom used to turn the television off because I'd be in there after watching the cartoon. I'd be in there doing that for like a half an hour. Hey, Mike, but listen, Trevor. Let me get these names. Trent got hurt today. What was your reaction when you first heard Trent Williams limping off the field?
Oh, I'm waiting to hear, and I hope it's not true. He needs this cleanup or that cleanup procedure done. I'm going to be 3-4 weeks. I really hope it's not the case, but
wait a minute.
I don't like limping.
What did you just heard? What, a cleanup?
No, I didn't hear anything. I'm just saying. I'm just waiting to hear something of that in a few days. Of he's going to need this cleaned up. Come on, Jeff Wilson tore his knee standing up. So
I know, right? Trent, you know what?
I mean, I'm sure there's something more to that, but
yeah,
we don't
guy's
need
a
this.
tough
We don't
guy.
have anybody to back him up.
You know, Jalen. What's the guy? Jalen what? The guy we just got through.
Something?
The guy we got in the draft. And Sean Coleman's already hurt. It didn't take him long. You know, we do not have anybody to back him up, and we'd be dead meat.
That's I would say is our weakest depth is our O-line. We have pretty solid depth everywhere else.
You know what ended up happening? You ended up putting Brunskill over there. But then you got to put Compton at right guard, or because it looks like Aaron Banks is not ready for prime time. We got Kelemete, Kelemete. Didn't that guy used to be pretty good? Isn't that the guy who used to play for the Raiders?
I don't know. There's got to be some that we could possibly pick up somewhere out there that has some depth somewhere. They're not done. They're never done. They're always picking up guys. You know, we got
I know. Well, yeah, even as we speak.
Trade week till week 8. So.
Yeah, they're bringing. One thing about John Lynch, he never stops bringing people in the entire time.
Yeah, so I didn't know we got Ha. I was pretty happy about that. I know it's only a 1-year deal, but it adds a little bit of depth.
Hey, no. He had a day today to let you know he's not out of shape. Right?
Yeah, I'll take him.
Kind of delighted about that because we're going to need that. We need ball hawks too. Mike, who's going to be your ball hawk this year? Because Fred Warner, people think it's Jimmy, man. Fred Warner's become Jimmy's best receiver. Listen, you know what? I got a feeling Fred's going to own a number of quarterbacks this year. He's polishing that skill. the way.
Well, Aaron Rodgers is on tape. He said, "You're the best." Tape don't lie.
He may be our number one pick. He may be our number one guy for the INTs this year. Fred is looking great.
He's a baller. I'm gonna be ordering his jersey here pretty quick.
Man. Yeah, because he's getting 4 more years. So he got that jersey. It'll at least last for 4 more years. It depends on how long they extend him. They should give Fred a 6-year contract. I would. Wait a minute. What am I talking about? Mike, I think they did give him a 6-year contract.
Yeah, they gave him. Yeah, he got what was it, $98 million or something. Yeah, they gave him the 5 years, 6 years. Yeah, we got a good. Well, the thing is, 34 players next year though, free agents. But we have a good core we're building right now. Bosa, Warner on both sides, Williams, Juice, Trey Lance. Speaking of Trey Lance, with all the hype, and everything I said, I give him a C for his performance because he did fumble the ball, But Kyle gave him a big appetizer to deal with too. He gave him some empty sets and stuff he really hadn't dealt with that much just to see how he could handle it. So I was actually surprised he put him out there as long as he did. I'm not entirely really happy with that.
And actually, I think he talked him into coming in the second half too, because he came out and started the second half too. He needs these reps, Mike. We're talking about a guy that hasn't played in a long time. He gets into the NFL. There's a microphone in his helmet that shuts off.
Not
that's got to be crazy.
For not playing as long as he did, only playing 16 college games in AA, and he came out and performed that not bad.
In the NFL,
I'm excited for the future. Trade to the Bay, baby. With all that said, Kyle is Shanahan's smart because what did it do to Joe Montana when they brought in Steve? He told Steve Young personally, he said he's done. He needs back surgery. He's done. And so he thought he was going to be starting pretty quick. And then next thing you know, they're going to Super Bowl, and he's like, "What the F? I thought I was going to be playing." He's like, giving the shrug, like, "Sorry," And so it lit a fire under him too.
Steve must have thought, would you lie to me or something just so I'd stay here? What's going on?
I was just watching the documentary. He was miserable for years. He was almost didn't want to even show up. He almost was going to leave, but he stuck it out.
You see, that's Mike. See, that's the difference between a guy that really loves the game versus a guy. This is why one of the best running backs, and I got to tell you, man, I really like. What's the Steelers running back? I loved watching him play, but when you sit down and demand your rights, that means you're not all that. Man, what is that running back that everybody wanted from the Steelers?
Le'Veon Bell.
Le'Veon. Le'Veon to me represents something. Le'Veon. People love to watch you play.
I even saw it in one of his interviews. He even said before that him being a football player didn't define him. It was his job, but it wasn't like who he is.
And that's the way it is. People who do things so well.
You'll never see a guy like that in the 49ers ever. You'll never see a guy like that there.
Oh, man. Even AB to a degree. Those guys get full of themselves after a while and get besides themselves and start saying and doing things that make no sense. How much do you love this game? You don't want to be there? Get off the team. I understand you're moved to get off the team. Okay, you got off. But if you can't get off, make the best of the situation until you do and keep making it clear that I want out of here. I'm ready to play, but I'm not staying here. All right? You guys just need to know. I don't want to stay here. And then show everybody that you're still a football player, So, man, that kind of bothered me. So we don't have any guys like that, like you're saying. So I'm delighted, And Steve,
we're getting
Steve
close,
Young,
Ronbo. It's almost time.
It is. Are you ready, Mike? You can let it go because I'm getting ready to go, man. Let it rip, Mike.
All right.
Mike.
Peace, man. Sorry, faithful.
Night, Mike. Mike's that kind of guy that I like to sit like a few seats away and watch him lose it. See, because when I'm watching the ball game, I lose it the same way. So you got to sit somebody next to just keeps on losing. Oh, God. Yeah, Show, you're right, man. Kind of sad AB got a ring before Le'Veon Bell did. Both were divas. There's no room in divitude in the NFL. And we got them all over the place and using the receivers. Fam, thanks for tonight. Listen, fam, I do ask this, and I am sensitive about this. Now, people could go ahead and say what they want to me about me at other places, but please If anybody calls me a guy who supports racism, please stand up for me. I really will appreciate it. It has never, ever been my thing. I hate that with a passion that I cannot put into words. And as far as picking on women, we've already established tonight, Denise came in and made it very clear. You want to talk football? That's right. But no, she's not going to be your husband. And don't start with misogynistic BS. I don't like that either. All I ask for is a little cleanliness, all right? Have a little respect. You can name call and do other things with the other guys and everything, but don't get into any racist rhetoric. All right? Is that too much to ask? We can do without that, all right? God, I am not a racist. And anyway, fam, I tell you what, I may be back tomorrow, and let's see what happens tomorrow, or else, because if they got a media day tomorrow, I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back to join the rest of the week like we did last time. They're going to the Chargerville. Maybe they are. Have a great night, fam. Thanks for the contributions, fam. Always appreciated. Night. Can I do one? Just one, okay?